Welcome everybody to the latest session of the Bottomless Dungeon. The group is currently in what they have learned to be known as the Sealed Heart, and they've been trying to make their way out, so we will see how things go for them here. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we will pick up with our session. So group, as we picked up last week, I believe you guys are in a very similar situation now as you were then, which is you were inside of the room where you had met Tamala, and you were making your way out to see what was going to happen, see what else you could find there. So you guys had gotten yourselves engaged in this battle with, or actually the way it worked is the door opened, and you guys saw that there was one of these fiery dwarf creatures pushing a cart, and the cart was pushing it, and there was some of this metal rock inside, and then you guys sort of spotted this. The creature pushing it spotted the corpse of the very large creature, and then quickly left, trying to make his way out. You guys tried to potentially stop him, but he was quicker than you all and got quite a bit away. That led to an encounter with a spellcaster as well as two soldiers from this area, as the three of them made their way through the door eventually and caught you guys sort of in the middle of trying to make arrangements, as we had Gale with the cart trying to pull it back up the stairs, and the rest of the group kind of split up a bit. So this spellcaster was able to hit you guys with some magic, and the soldiers, sort of rushed in, not particularly as effective, but the spellcaster certainly was hurting you guys, and then he was backing away as there was a summoned creature from Welby sort of on his tail. As he got away, you guys then rested at that point after you realized that he was not coming right towards you. So during this 1 hour rest in Tamala's room, you guys discussed a little bit about what to do next, what the dangers may be waiting for you. You guys then left, passed through the door, found yourself towards this intersection, and once you got to the intersection, it seemed as though this wizard, the spellcaster, was waiting for you to get there, as he was focused in that area, and as soon as you guys entered it, he started conjuring down ice storms upon you. Altogether, there were 3 ice storms that pounded members of the group, dealing damage, and also, of course, leaving some difficult terrain in the area. The group pushed forward, trying to do what they could, catching up to this mage, but obviously this was dangerous because it was a very long hallway, and the spellcaster, he could, obviously cast spells at quite a distance. So the group did push forward, getting closer, and as they made their way to this sort of central area, passing by, the group was very much split up, as we had Gale and I believe it was Spectre, who were sort of confronting the mage. The mage was able to misty step and sort of rush off and get some distance between himself and the rest of the group. As the group continued chasing him into another room, there was a fire creature that was there, and that creature joined the battle, racing down through the group and touching upon some of the player characters and setting them aflame. This burning was dealing some damage and required some attention from the group to try to douse the flames, otherwise they would keep getting hurt every round. The group fought with that creature for quite some time, eventually was able to defeat it, but this creature had dealt quite a bit of damage. During this time, the spellcaster had retreated through a doorway, and Gale was sort of all the way up there, again, as the group was a bit split up. Gale knew that the spellcaster had gone through the door, but doesn't know what is on the other side of the door, or probably only got a sneak peek of it as he sort of stepped up and quickly slammed the door shut. And the group then, very badly hurt at this point, decided to retreat back once again to Tamala's room in order to get a short rest in, to recover some of their wounds and see what they could come up with for their next part of their plan. So group, that was a real quick recap. Is there anything important I missed? Anybody like to add?
Yeah, what was very important is to stay away from that molten pit. If something about the mechanic, if you end your turn there or something, just try to keep away from that pit, because we got almost TPK'd by a little, lava men.
Yes, good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration for that, Gale. Yeah, so as the group wrapped up that battle and made their way, trying to get back towards Tamala's room, this sort of central area where there was a lot of magma, and it was sort of like a central area where there was channels of magma running off in 3 different directions. As it was Leroy, who was standing next to that pit for a while, he noticed these odd shapes inside of the magma sort of bubbling up, and it turned out to be little fiery men. These humanoid creatures that popped out and attacked the group were not particularly strong, but as they were wounded, they did have an effect where they would explode, dealing some damage to those nearby them. And this actually did take Spectre down at one point, as Kurtu very intelligently and very intentionally made sure to hit
On
Spectre in time.
purpose.
Right.
But then he fixed me up, so it's good.
Heaping on the shame there. But yeah, all right. So yes, good addition. Anything else anybody'd like to add?
Yeah, I'd like to say sometimes there are priorities that happen in a campaign. I'm just throwing that out there, you know.
Indeed, fair enough.
My priority was not Jordan.
You had your full hit points, Kurtu.
Yeah, I just had to say something, I guess.
All right, group. Well, if there's nothing else anybody'd like to add, then we are good to go. So I will pull us back over to the map, and we will pick up where we left off. Alrighty, groups, we find ourselves back in this room of Tamila's. Most of you, looking at the display here real quick, it looks like you have all spent your second short rest. Welby, if you can update your display there to show AC passive perception and your short rest, what do you have left? That would be great. Kurtu, it looks like you kept one in reserve, probably because you weren't hurt much this last time.
Yeah, I think that I was definitely not the one that needed it.
Okay, fair enough. So as you guys, we already gave you guys the credit for the short rest at the end of last session, but of course this means spending more time here inside these very hot temperatures. So I will ask everybody to, because I don't think we did this when we ended, I will ask everybody to make Constitution saving throws against the heat.
Actually, Adam, looking up, it does look like I took a short rest, so I'll go ahead and do that. And also, I'd like to roll a Constitution to see if I could shake off my last exhaustion level.
Wasn't there something we could do to get drink something? Or do you think that we were fighting too long to make that happen?
So if you're wearing heavy armor, you make this check at disadvantage. However, if you're willing to drink a whole water skin, then you can count it as just a normal roll.
Oh.
Okay, so it looks like we've got Gale and we've got Spectre that have failed that save. And remember, the save does go up each time, so unfortunately...
Oh, that's right, at disadvantage. Inspiration, then. Sorry.
Okay, sure, burn your inspiration.
At 21, I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep that.
Yeah, because you're in heavy armor, right?
Yes, you're right, yep.
Hey, and Adam, on mine, that Constitution saving throw was for the exhaustion, but I have that. I've got my anti-fire resistance thing on right now.
I believe that only lasts an hour, though, right?
Right.
So as you guys spend an hour short resting, so we'll say you won't have to make that roll, but that effect is off of you at this point.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so just doing a quick tally, we've got Welby and Welby and Spectre who have failed that save. So let me do a quick adjustment here. Okay, so that should set your Bottomless Dungeon modifier correctly at this point. And everybody hopefully have had an opportunity to make their con saves to shake off exhaustion. If you had any exhaustion, is everybody's sheet and tokens updated and ready to go? Okay, I will assume you are good.
That's the quickest use of inspiration in any D&D game.
Use them before you die, right?
Right.
It's better than holding on to them and not using them, right? All right, group. So you guys have spent about an hour here in this room just recovering your wounds, sort of looking at one another. Haven't heard much discussion as far as your next plans, but if anybody would like to kick that off, feel free. Tamila and her two guards here have been reasonably quiet hosts. She obviously does respond to direct questions, but she hasn't been offering too much of direct advice or suggestions at this point.
Hey guys, so are we just going to Run around and look for the Famboozle and die here? Or are we going to just help this nice lady out and we just leave and go about our lives and die in a manner whichever way we see fit?
Why is both of your options involving us dying?
Well, that's the most obvious end.
Look, I mean, we don't know for sure if Oman Jabrar has this box or not. I mean, he seemed awfully suspicious. We don't know how big this area is either. And, well, I don't think we can take too much more beatings like that. I say we just leave, try a new level.
I think it's gonna be just challenging enough just to find the exit. Let's do that, and then we can see.
Yeah, maybe that wizard guy's got like a spell for some divination stuff. Maybe we can just scry on the location of the box or something.
Are you talking about the merchant who is taking all of our money?
That's typically what merchants do. Yeah, we buy
And he-
things from them.
And so he's going to help us find the Famboozle.
I don't know. Maybe he's got something back there with all those magical things he's got that can help us locate it. But either way, we should go. I don't think we should stay here.
Forgive me, I've been running all around this place. What is it again? We find the Famboozle, and what do we get in return?
Money.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we don't know what we get. They said it'd be very generous.
I'm assuming money.
Could you imagine like a bag of endless food? I think that would be wonderful.
I've got a cow back home, but that's what we call her.
Well, they're good too.
She just makes the stuff that turns into cheese and butter. She's like a bag of endless food.
Yummy. Well, I think maybe we just find our way out of here and, I mean, I have a strange feeling since we don't know where that is. It's best to know where the exit is right about now, and then we can decide.
Well, I still got my, You guys remember that thing I used back at the castle to sneak in on the dragon?
No.
No.
Well,
No.
neither one of you were there.
I remember that one. It was called the sneaky spell.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Yes, that's it. I still have the ability to cast that just one time per day, but it will make it harder to detect us, and maybe we can move a bit quietly. Try to sneak our way out.
So
But that doesn't really help Tamala.
yes, my lady, could you also describe? You said something about if we cleared the way and then you would leave, or what was the order? I've been running all over this place and I've forgotten.
Yes, I had offered that this room could be used as respite for your group, but ideally you will find a cleared way to the exit, and once you let me know, myself and my bodyguards will exit in that manner.
Let's be honest. We might find the exit and not be able to come back and tell you about it. I suggest you come with us. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Finding the exit is not the problem. I know where that is. It's just there's been opponents between myself and it.
Real quick though, your exit may be different than ours. Are you like going out a front gate or something?
Yes, the obsidian stairs that lead here to the sealed heart. That is the way that I would need to exit.
Well, they're not gonna attack you though, right? You've got like some form of diplomatic immunity.
I did when I arrived, Welby. Whether that is still intact is a question.
Whether or not I'm freaking hungry is also a question.
I can't stop sweating.
So, and also, my lady with the veil, the said exit is, you said, to the southeast or something?
Once you leave this area and you head south along the long hallway, the exit is then to the west.
Was that the long hallway that we were just running down, guys?
There was nothing up to the west, Tabula.
I think there was.
There's a big
was
magma pit, and then it just ended in a wall.
Ended in a wall, are you sure, Welby? I'm certain that is the way that we came through.
Well, then I will tell you that that hallway is clear. Just stay away from the lava pit. Let's go.
Yes, of course. Well, as I said before, if there is any chance of this diplomatic community still being in existence, it would be best if my group and yours are not caught together. If you would like, I can go ahead of you and see if we can find our way out. Otherwise, I can allow you to go first and us to follow shortly thereafter. If you have no strong preference, then I will await here until you all leave and allow sufficient time for there to be a break in our two groups.
Alright, well, everybody got everything you need?
I hold my stick with the dragon tooth on it, and I'm like,
Yep, I think I'm ready to go.
Okay. Welby, are you gonna come with us? Kind of intermediary?
I don't know. I'm confused because I walked in with Tabula, so I'm assuming they think I'm with her. If I walk out with you guys, they'll know we're all in cahoots.
You are
Did
more
you
than
just-
welcome to come with me, Welby, if you wish.
But that splits the party, Tabula.
What is this word cahoots?
Don't worry about it. Get this guy a dictionary.
Hey, why you have to be so mean to poor Gale?
Why do you talk about yourself in the third person?
Because I'm flustered. This is common as second
so
language.
you don't know the word cahoots, but you know the word flustered?
Hey, gentlemen, as
You're
lovely
killing my
as this
immersion.
argument is, Welby, look, we could use your skills. It would be awesome if you could help us, and we'll make sure you reunite with Tamula.
No, it's not that. It's that if they saw me walking in with her and I walk out with you guys, then she's going to be in some hot doo-doo.
Well,
But you got a choice to make. I mean, either you're with us or you're not with us.
hopefully we just sneak right out of here. I mean, that's the plan, as long as no one's super loud or anything.
Okay. Well, let's just sneak right out then.
And if anybody sees you, then we'll just have to kill them, and then they can't tell anybody you were with us. Boom, problem solved.
That sounds like a wonderful solution.
Yeah, it worked
So-
out so well for us last hour.
Yeah, well, this time we're gonna be better, right? We'll be a little sneakier. I don't really know which direction we're going.
I think we're going back by where those little babies popped out of the magma pit and then they exploded on us.
But I think we need to go straight, though, and then there's some place that goes north. I don't think we go south and chase a mage anymore.
No.
Good idea.
Jamila said the entrance is south on that long hallway and then to the west. We went to the east chasing the mage.
Oh, there was
Maybe-
another door, though. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing a door, but she seems to be very confident that it's there.
In your defense, we were getting blasted with magic, so,
Yeah, there is that.
well,
And I will let you guys know, okay? I've got some magical ability left, okay? I was hoping to be able to turn the bad guy into a turtle, right? You know, and then we put him in a bag or something. So I still have a spell. I have spells at that ability level, and I have one more. I mean, I could cast a fireball, which I don't think would be worthwhile around here. I can still fly, you know, But that's probably about the limit of my spells, except for my cantrips, of course, which are still powerful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it did blow somebody up right in front of Spectre. I mean, so they're powerful, but not as powerful.
In a lot less words, I'm also running low on juice, but I've got a couple more.
AKA, I have 1/3 and 1/4 level spell left.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of juice also, but I can just naturally do this other spell here that makes it difficult for us to be seen. So it lasts an hour, so I can cast it now, and then we just be quiet but move with a little bit of pace.
That's good. I like that.
Okay.
Sounds good. And I draw my sword and say walking stick.
Is somebody gonna get the door? Or are we just gonna stand here staring at each other?
All right, I designate all of us, Adam. I can't remember quite if the spell works that way, but everybody in the party, as long as they stay within 30 feet.
Okay.
You're real quick to close that door.
Look, Gail, I pulled a hammy back there, so I'm not going to be able to move too fast, so why don't you kind of take a little bit of a lead on it?
Okay, I don't know what hammy is, but that's fine. Just
It's,
put it back.
it's short for hamstring. It's the anatomy on the posterior side of your upper thigh.
I'm just going to point a couple times at Welby. He knows.
Didn't she say to go south from this room, or was I not paying attention?
She said that the long hallway and then go west. Oh, remember you fell in long hallway.
There's a shitload of long hallways, though.
Well, let's just be quiet from here on out now that this door's open. I'm going to try... Somebody shut the door. I'm going to try to be as sneaky as I can, Adam. I know that I'm not the best at it, but...
Okay, sure. Throw me a blind check to represent your efforts to remain quiet here.
I believe we're all doing that, and because we have to move at half speed to match his pace, do we get any kind of advantage for that? Maybe? Possibly?
Just the advantage from Pass Without Trace, which is a pretty good one.
Yeah, there's plus 10 to your check, but... Here we go. I'm also exhausted, plus I have heavy armor, Adam, so disadvantage on that.
Okay. That will need to be a blind check, Welby.
Oh. I forgot.
All right, so with this veil of shadows and silence stretching out from your group, you start making your way.
real quick.
Alright, as you step around the magma pit, glancing towards its center, likely still concerned about what you noticed before, you notice that it is bubbling, but you don't spot any obvious shapes here. Much like Welby told you guys, as you're making your way here, you just see a wall.
I don't see the stairs.
Try to touch the wall.
Can someone touch the wall?
I touched the wall.
It is physical.
Maybe you look around for a lever or something.
Does it look like there is a section of this wall that moves?
Sure, give me a blind check as you investigate the area here. Welby, looking for that. Surprisingly, yes. As you're searching this, you notice just a very fine gap between the magma channel and the bottom of the wall, implying that this magma channel continues to go west and likely underneath this section of wall.
I would point that out to everybody.
Why don't we go around back to the original room and go south like she said before? Does anyone think that might be an option?
Yeah, we could always try.
We have an hour.
Maybe that metal thing down below, maybe that's like a lever or some sort.
Why don't you reach in and try to find out?
Did we ever figure out what this was?
I thought he said it was
Yes.
a pot, or
It's like
he was like scooping coal or some manner of fuel into the
Yeah, I don't
cauldron
remember.
thing.
Hey, Leroy, can you speak to this dwarven guy and maybe don't get too close to the lava, but maybe ask him how to open door?
Yeah, but that would kind of blow away our whole being quiet thing. Just having a
well-
conversation.
Well,
Okay.
keep in mind with Pass Without Trace, it does not make you invisible, so if they can just look at you, they're going to see you. What this would help you with is being quieter, or if you're trying to like sneak from one area to the next and no one's literally looking right at you, then obviously that'll help significantly, but it is certainly not like an aura of invisibility.
Yeah, but a conversation will resonate for sure.
Yes, I guess what I was just making sure you were aware is that like this guy standing here, he knows you're there. He can literally see you moving around.
Yeah, I'm more worried about whatever's down the other hallway there.
So we're going back and then making a left.
Leroy shrugs.
At least I'm not running this time. Maybe Spectre should go first since she thinks she has better map knowledge. Go where you think we should go. Don't forget we got shot in this room, right?
Yeah, but the body of the thing that attacked us is still laying here.
No. Inside this room, there are the mechanical archers that look like dinosaurs.
Oh, the ballista?
Yes, right? That one.
Hey, what about that door? I'm gonna point to the one up the stairs. Did we ever go in there?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Give it a shot.
But wait, didn't she say go down long hallway and go west? We were just there. Why didn't we? Anyway, can I listen at the door, Adam, and see what's going on?
You can blind check, please.
We could just ask her again, since we're right here.
You put your ear up against this door and back away pretty quickly as you realize just how warm this metal door is. Not so hot that it's going to burn your flesh, but kind of just perhaps surprises you for a moment. But yeah, you listen carefully, and it is silent inside.
It is quite hot door. Are we being distracted again with closed doors?
I just don't think her exit is our exit. Why are we going out the front gate? We don't need to get stuck in the freaking plane of fire. That sounds like a bad idea.
Where does Kirk do?
I'm right here. You can't see me in the fog.
Oh, I see that. Okay, sorry. So you want me to open door?
I don't know. I just know we haven't opened it. I was just pointing that out.
Well, we have the secret pass without trace thing, so we should, I don't know, find it. Stick to the plan, right?
Well, I don't remember. Well, yeah, I do remember getting shot by those ballista things. It was not fun.
And then if you remember, the only way was down and then and I'm just gonna use my finger, like down and then this way. And that's where we originally came from.
Okay, well, let's just remember this door just in case.
Wait, now I'm confused. We want to... This way is the ballistas, right?
I think so, yes.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
And
So
we
we
came this way originally and ran through here. Oh, wait, no, wait.
We haven't opened this door yet.
No, we haven't been through this door. But again, well, anyway, I don't know where we are, but I'm just saying we're right here. We could just ask her to confirm if we wanted to.
It's just a waste of time. She said to the south and to the west, right?
If we could tell her there is no stairs, maybe she knows how to open it.
Yeah, but I think you guys confused because we
Yeah,
went
I do
east,
too.
down, right? So if she said south, we need to go through this door at the bottom and then go west.
This door. These
Yes.
There
yes.
was not a west. And if
You-
you look at the black... No, this was the room with, I think, I could be wrong. I
No,
suggest...
so
No, I
right
think
through
he's
this
right.
door is the long hallway where we saw the boss, remember? And then there was on the right-hand side there was that room of slaves. And then and then through that door down further past the forge is where the ballistas were. That's where we entered. But I think if we're trying to exit, shouldn't we go where we came in?
Yeah, no, you're right. We have this door to the south does not open to the ballistas. You're right. Yeah.
Not immediately, no, but they're down there.
Okay, so time is ticking. She said long hallway, go west. She's right there. We could say we've been down long hallway. West looks like a false door or something. Do you know how to open it?
Why don't you just open this door and see if it's a long hallway?
I feel like we
Sounds
should
good.
add a memory mechanic here. If anybody wants to try to recall details, go ahead and throw me a
Random
blind check.
I will, but I'm at disadvantage on my checks. Makes sense. We're all exhausted arguing about directions. It's like any road trip ever.
We got turned around and knocked on our ass a couple of times. It makes sense.
Yes, indeed. Yep. So, Gail, as you pause here for a moment, take a deep breath, and really think about this, you realize pretty obviously that the direction that she told you to go couldn't be this way, couldn't be to your south, because you've been there before and there was no way to go west. When you came out, there was literally no ways to go west. So the direction that you were just at, where she said take the long hallway and then look west, you're pretty confident that's exactly what she's saying is the way she came in.
Okay, then we should tell her that the way she came in is no longer an option.
We should tell her because maybe she would now feels trapped, and then would be excited to try to get more involved to get out. Maybe he trapped us all in here by closing that gate.
Our time is ticking away on this spell, so
Takes 2 seconds. I will go up and I will use my common as second language to try to explain the situation.
but why do we need her help? Oh, he's already gone.
Because we got our asses beat twice in a row over the past 2 hours.
I knock on the door. Very, hello, lady with veil and friends. Can you please?
You notice the door is opened as you see one of these mercenaries standing in front of you. And you see she's sort of leaning up to look over his shoulder. Back so soon?
Yes. Sorry. But we went down that long hallway. It's a very, 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 very long hallway, and then we went to the west. So if you're going south, you made a right-hand turn, and then there's a wall. But your friend Welby Warmcloak said that he looked under door and there might be a false bottom, but there's no stairs there. And also that Leroy has pulled his hamstring.
And you see she sort of cocks her head a bit. You get this impression of like maybe she's perplexed for a moment. I see. Curious. Perhaps they have engaged some kind of defense. We'll have to head in that direction and see what we can find. Well, I will get to my guards and head that way shortly. Are you headed a different way then?
No, I think that I don't want to die in here and I want to leave. And I think we all do.
Then I suggest bring all of your companions in here and let myself and my guards go. That way we will not be together and we will have plausible deniability, as it is called.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you, lady. Hey, psst. So she said go back into the room and she will look and investigate and try to solve fake door.
Perfect.
Oh my god. What? Look, I just want to point something out. We are not supposed to be here. The more we wait, well, like, let's say she goes and then she gets captured.
Why is that our problem?
We're just waiting in a room for no reason.
Well, go tell her then. Come on.
I could go with her and then find my way back to you guys.
No offense, Welby. I just don't trust her. I mean, she sells freaking weapons at the plane of fire. What are you guys thinking? Let's get the fuck out of here.
He might find us our way out, then we just have to follow. I mean, we use your stealth mechanic, your stealth thing to follow along a little closer than she'd like. We wait in the hallway, we listen to hear if anything happens, and then we follow when it does.
I just don't trust her. I don't know why we should trust her. I mean, she's not even leaving the same way we need to leave.
Trusted a guy with big giant horns, and you don't trust a lady with a veil.
I didn't trust him at all. Look, we came here to find a box. We're just looking for the box. If it's not here, we should leave and then rest at the freaking relaxation room.
Great.
Ah,
Pick a direction then. Stop saying what we're not going to do and start saying what we are going to do.
I think if we want to leave, we should try the same way we came in. That's what I said a while ago.
If I leave with Tamla and I see how they open up that section of wall, I could always come back and we could lift it up.
That's a good
Or
idea.
maybe they'll keep it left up after she leaves and you all could kind of sneak out.
By the way, she said that that it might have been a defensive reaction of the people who live here. So she's not trying. She's not being sneaky. She's trapped too. She realizes that.
All right. Well, look. What do you guys want to do? I told you what I want to do, but what do you guys want to do?
You said you want to find a way out. That
Yes.
isn't... Yeah, we all do.
I think
Sheesh.
we let her go first, and then if she finds the way out, great. If she doesn't, she turns back around and tells us it's a no-go, and then we reconsider our options.
Sounds fair.
And Mr. Warmcloaks, are you certain you can get back to us without being dead?
Oh yeah, I can turn myself invisible and stuff.
Well, okay. I mean, it doesn't look good.
What doesn't look good? Being invisible? Yeah,
Our-
it doesn't look like anything.
Our chances don't look good.
What do you mean if I go
I
and get
don't
myself to safety and leave you all here to figure it out, or
know that you will not be able to come back into the loving embrace of
think-
your new companions.
Just remember, Welby, he's gloomy.
that's fair. I think that this is our best shot of finding at least how the door opens, and I mean if Tamala gets attacked on her way out, we'll at least you guys can stay kind of within earshot and come running. I think at that point she'll be less inclined to want to do things separately.
I
Yeah,
like
if he's
this
a-
plan. We will follow in our sneaky feet behind a ways, and we will be able to at least dash into action.
Okay, let me go let her know that I'm going to come with her, since that's how they saw me come in anyway. And then he's saying this as he's walking up the stairs just to save time. And then that way, if I find where the lever is and they end up closing it behind us, I can at least open it back up.
All right, so in the essence of time, Welby, you're going to explain essentially that plan to her, and then you're willing to accompany her as she tries to make her way out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Tamala, and I'm going to move her guards, and I'm going to move Welby. So they're going to be a little bit ahead, so they're going to be in the long hallway at this point, making their way south. Rest of the team, how far back are you trying to be from that lead party?
Like at least 60 feet or something?
I can't. You guys are forgetting I'm at half speed. So the most I can move in a turn using all my actions is 30 feet. So I just don't like this plan. We'll go for it. 60 feet it is.
Dylan, out of character here. What is your plan then? Help us out. All I've heard really, and I'm sorry if I sound negative, but all I've heard is you don't like the plan and you want to do this other thing, but I'm confused with what that other thing is.
I don't trust this random person that we met in this dungeon, right? I get it that Welby was connected to her, but like out of character, we're trusting somebody else who came to do a deal in this area, right? We're
That's
hoping
fine, but what is your plan then?
not go in the same direction. Find
Fine.
a
Then
different
what
way out.
direction would you like to go? I'm sorry, but that's where I'm at right about now.
But I get it, Bill. But I've already said it. I think we should try the way that we entered. I think we should try to go back that way and see if we can get back out the same way
Just
we entered.
remember, I can't say it's going to be the same or different, right? But we did not see when we came in, we did not see the same type of a portal we did when we saw on the other one. And we were told the portal would be obvious once we saw it. I did not, when we came in, I don't remember seeing an obvious portal. It may have been there. I didn't see it.
I was in an empty room. Well, not in an empty room, but a room with a rust crawler and a
Yeah,
bunch of
sorry
metal.
if I sound frustrated, but I'm just pointing out that I'm not you. I don't know what your plan is.
And the portal was really obvious the last level we're at.
It glowed bright, all kind of stuff.
Look, I have no problem being wrong. I could completely be wrong here. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out as a player, I don't trust this lady, and we should be on our guard when we're trying to follow her across this place where we just got pelted with spells. You know what I mean? And if they have engaged defenses, this whole trail behind and try not to get caught, to me, it doesn't sound like it's a valuable option for us. I think we should have continued to scout ahead, try to find something, but this is where we're at now. It's okay. I understand I may have upset you guys, but I wasn't trying to. I was just saying I don't trust this character at all.
For the record, I'm not upset. I think what's probably going to happen is we're going to find out that she's just fucking off, and then we have to find our own exit anyway. But at least this way we know that it's not that way, and we can figure it out from there.
Hey Adam, can I use this ability that probably fighters never remember to use it? on the veiled lady?
Sure. Yeah, I would say you've had multiple times where you've been with her for a minute observing. Which of those two would you like?
Total class level.
She does not have any class levels.
And actually, yeah, would that be a waste if it's with the monster manual because there's no class levels there, huh?
Well, no, she could have class levels, right? Like if she was a wizard, for example, then you would learn she had, X number of wizard levels or whatever. But I would say that was a very valuable pick because you know that she is not a classed character.
Yeah. I'll go with current hit points, and it's just superior or the same or less than mine.
She
I'm at
has
80.
more hit points than you.
Okay.
She's a tank. She's got it.
And then can I just do one of the guards since we've been in and out?
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely fair.
Okay. Can I get a current hit points, please?
The one that you're picking has less hit points than you.
And I would like to know strength score.
You're equal.
Okay. Well, I've been watching her. She seems very, very strong and healthy. Those obvious looking hippos are very strong and have decent hit points. So I'll just say that, and I'll step away from this magma. I didn't realize I was standing there.
All right, so it sounds like there is a little bit of disagreement in the group as far as what to do, but you guys have, at least you know what Tamala and Welby are attempting to do, and as an FYI, I've just put them out here because they're sort of making their way out front, so if there's anywhere in particular you want to be before that sequence of movement starts, feel free to put yourself there.
I think we should wait until like they round the corner, just so that if they turn around, they're not gonna see us following them.
We should peek
like
through
you
the
said, we're
door
not
to make sure
invisible.
they're going in the same south direction we were going.
So to avoid this sort of, now what do you guys do? Now what do you guys do? Now what do you guys do? I'm going to move them fairly quickly as they're making their way because they're just walking. So it's up to you guys. So I'm just going to say I'm going to start in like 3 seconds. And wherever you're at that point, that's where you're at. And then we'll kind of go from there in case something hits us into initiative.
Where did Leroy go? Is he still upstairs?
And Welby, is it safe to assume you're following behind Tamala and just with her typical walking speed?
Yep.
I'm going to motion the wait. And we're being sneaky again, Adam. I don't know if we need to re-roll it in this thing.
Nope, you guys don't know what you rolled, and there was no impact so far, so I'll just take your previous rolls.
I'll motion them to come.
All right, so Welby, as you turn the corner here, you notice Tamala looks and she stops and she says, you're right, Welby. I see exactly what it is that individual is trying to explain. There must be some way of opening this. Look around, see if there's anything that you can find.
I look around and see if there's anything I can find.
Give me a blind check.
Okay.
No, you've looked here before. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You notice her also looking around, looking a bit perplexed, when you notice one of these guards suddenly does this like sound, and he actually steps up and looks down at the ground, and you see he motions for her and points at the ground, and then she looks, and you see she kind of like nods slowly, and she says, very clever. Look how clearly it is embedded into the ground here. You're barely able to see it at all. And you see she leans down here a moment as she begins looking at this object that is now apparent to you as she's pointed it out.
Of course, the object.
And she says, this must be it. Well, let us see. You see she pulls onto this lever, and you notice the sound first before anything else, as you hear this very loud sound of movement, and you notice the wall to your west is actually raising.
Do we hear that from the hallway?
Not that far away, no.
Okay.
Okay, with this raise, you notice now, Welby, that the pathway continues to the west. And you see she motions for the guards as they once again sort of take the front position, and the three of them start walking.
I'm going to keep going with him for now.
All right, here, Welby, you notice as the two guards step forward, both of them, in a flick of an eye, just seemingly vanished before your eyes. You notice Tamala is still in stride as you notice this. What do you do?
I'll put a hand out to stop her.
And she stops and she looks towards you and she says, "What is it?"
Were you anticipating them disappear?
Disappearing? Welby, are you well?
I don't see them anymore, Tamala.
She motions with her hand. She says, "They're just in front of us."
Well, I can't see them, Tamala.
That is very curious. Well, I'm afraid we must keep going. We can't stay here any longer. If Amran Jabbar notices that we are in this location, it could be very bad.
Okay.
She will step forward, and you notice that she will also vanish. Go ahead and give me a blind check here, Welby, as you're noticing this happen, and see if you can draw any insights. No. Man, you're on a string of some of the worst rolls I've ever seen in my life. But no, you don't draw any conclusions here.
Okay, well,
Go any farther forward?
yeah, I think at this point, if I
wasn't
do
talking to you, by the way.
do I hear anything?
No, for all intents and purposes, they're just not there. You don't hear anything, no footsteps, nothing. It's like they're just gone.
I'm gonna take one of my torches out of my bag and toss it in front of me.
Your torch sort of just vanishes as you hit. It sort of passes by this area, which is essentially 5 feet in front of you, and as soon as it hits this area, gone.
I'm gonna take another torch and just like put it in front of me, but not let go.
When you stretch your hand out with this torch and you end up hitting that 5-foot mark, as soon as it hits that 5-foot mark, the torch vanishes right from your hands. It's almost like you're grasping it, and then suddenly it's just gone.
All right. And then, like, if I pull it back, it's obviously it's not in my hand anymore.
Correct. Yes, it is gone.
Okay. I will use a first level spell slot to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic, and yes.
Or wait, I can't do that. Oh, sorry, it's not prepared. I can only do it as a ritual.
And yes, you realize that you wish you had prepared that one.
Okay. I don't want to leave these guys here, and I've done what I said I would do, which was to get that wall open. So I'm gonna go back that way.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, you guys are just right here, aren't you? Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
sorry to start.
Back up.
No, keep coming.
The pool, remember?
You just can't stand in a square that's adjacent to it for longer than a turn. We got the door open. We found a lever, but I think the portal might be invisible, or maybe we just turned into nothing. But Tamala in the hippopotami made it out, or at least to the next area.
Well, let's go. I mean,
It-
I guess it's supposed to be obvious. The other one was lit up. This one's pretty obvious.
All right.
That's okay.
I think Once I get to the spot where I know it to be, I'll just yell out at Ollie Ollie oxen free, and then just kind of jump forward.
Okay, so okay, Ollie, ox. Okay, is that like a code word to make it work?
I'm gone. I can't talk to you.
So Welby, all of this area looks the same, so you're not sure exactly where this was because there's no visual effect. So as you're standing here, are you Ollie oxen free jumping to here?
Yeah.
Okay, you are there. Nothing has changed. You're still where you are. Rest
Ollie,
of the team,
Ollie, oxen free.
I don't know who Ollie is, but yeah. And a tree. Mm-hmm.
All right, Welby, as you step to there, you guys see Welby vanishes.
Bye.
However, Gale, as you step to here, you do not vanish. You don't see Welby any longer, but you do see a set of double doors at the end of this hallway.
Wait, where did Mr. Wormcloak go?
He must have used his magic.
Oh, the invisible. Yes, he turned invisible. That's true.
Yeah, because he said the magic words, that
Yes.
Wally tree thing.
But there are doors here.
Well, he didn't come in with us. What if this is some...
Yeah, that's it I'm wondering too.
What if we're stuck here because we came in through the...
Different way.
Could have been.
Look, it's a learning experience for us all. Now I don't know what the other player's gonna do.
But he's gonna roll
Over the next-
46 times 6. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's doors. So should we listen to door again?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hot.
That's me listening to the door, Adam.
You can hear the sound of fire, flames outside, crackling, burning, spitting, that sort of thing. But other than that, you hear the sound of no individuals moving or anything along those lines.
I'll say that to the group and say, all right, do we try open door?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of where we're at right now, you know?
Yeah, I will try the open door. I don't see the icon.
Yes, as you try to open these doors, they do not budge.
Oh my goodness. Look around, find something everywhere. All of us look for some way. I'm getting frustrated and more gloomy.
Does the door
Is there a
just
lock or something, or is
locked?
it like a big stone barred door? What kind of door is it?
It is a set of double doors, and it looks to be, yes, very dark iron type of doors, and they look very stout.
Okay, so nothing a thieves' tool would help open.
You don't see a lock on this side.
Okay. Well, I'll look around for any way to,
I'll look around too.
All right, you search around this area looking for anything hidden, anything that might be a lever, anything like that, and no, you do not find anything like that.
Alright, well, time for Leroy's plan.
There were some more doors way down to the other corridor and up, but I don't know if you guys found those already. When I went there to try to find Gale.
Oh, if we're gonna treat this like we treated the first level of the dungeon, then we kind of have to make it through the entire level. So
Well, she, as you know, that person went that way and then up to there, and then there's a bunch of doors and rooms where I was holding the door.
yeah, why don't we just I think we go back up this long hallway and then we hang a right and see what's that way.
Alright.
Very
Let's go.
good.
You guys all owe me some drinks.
Nobody said you were wrong. Everybody said, what's your suggestion when you said, let's do the other thing?
I think that was just you, actually.
If it was just me, that's fine. If I was confused, I'm confused. But
Ooh,
I hear the sound of a ghost or an apparition.
I'm a spectator.
A specter, even. Wait, that's me. Never mind.
I think we should kick the ghost out of the spectator thing.
Just to be clear, we're not actually hearing.
No,
No.
you are not.
Okay, I was like, oh my god, Adam.
Roll 46. Well,
He's in another dimension.
I love that was like spot on ghost voices though. That was perfect.
I tried to do that earlier and my mic blew out. Remember? back in Ice Spire. It was so sad. It was a good meme.
Alright, I'm gonna try to be sneaky as I take this corner at him.
All right, remind me how long passed without trace lasts.
It's an hour.
Okay, plenty of time.
A week.
Even more time.
I hope we're not in here that long.
Oh, if we do, I think it's permanent, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
probably.
There's a couple doors here.
Don't stand next to that pit.
What are sissies? This door's open. Who opened this door?
We did, I think. Chasing the wizard.
No, I've never been in this room before.
Oh, but maybe that's where the wizard ran. You're right, maybe. Who knows?
Oh,
Oh. Could just be a
Adam,
well-baited trap. Oh,
do I
don't walk
recognize
in
this
there.
room?
You do not recognize this room. You don't think you've ever been down this entire hallway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We went south and then around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try this door or the one inside of that room?
I will go to this one. And I will listen again? Or
Blind check.
Yeah.
Silence. As you open the door, you notice a small room and you see two stone tables set in the north and the south part of the room.
Adam, does this here look like anything?
The symbol on the ground?
Yeah.
You've noticed a very similar symbol in different areas. You assume it's
Yeah.
just part of the architecture, like this is a aesthetically pleasing design choice by somebody.
go look at stone table if you're interested. I don't see any portal. That you, Kirk, do with your spell casting abilities.
Oh, you want to? Okay, good.
Just
Yeah.
whatever you guys want to look, go look.
Adam, is it only tables? Is that it?
On plain sight, yes, as you walk in, two tables, nothing upon them.
Check underneath. Like tape
Yeah.
to the bottom.
I'll move them around a little bit, try to see if, see if anything jingles.
Go ahead and give me a blind check. As you're attempting to move these here, Kurtu, you realize they're actually quite heavy. What is your strength score?
Oh boy, it is single digits. It's an 8.
You struggle mightily with doing this. Like, you have to put all your effort in to move it like half an inch. It's kind of like kind of that thing.
I do want to point out that some kobolds only have like a 6 or a 7, so I'm just
So
saying
by
he is fun.
comparison,
Yeah,
So you don't see any markings on them or anything like that.
I just tried to move them, and
I move them first.
well,
Read first.
Hold on. I was still had the mic down. Still have my hand down on the mic.
Adam, was that check there to move it, or was that check there to search it? Because I was searching him.
that
Or
is your
that's-
investigation check. Yeah. So
Yeah,
as you look around and you look underneath these tables, looking for anything out of the ordinary, anything secret, anything like that, no, it seems to be completely empty other than these two tables.
it's very odd. Do we want to search the walls real quick and see if we see anything? I'm going to do that.
I will take your same check that you just did as sort of a general search the room, and no,
Okay.
you don't find anything.
I don't understand this room. Seems like a waste of real estate.
I'm gonna listen at this door, please.
Blind check. Quiet.
You want to see if you can ask those nice gentlemen down there if maybe they can tell us what's going on here?
I do not speak flaming head.
Oh, that's good because I wasn't talking to you. You barely speak common.
I can, but they're just slaves, really. Hey, you there? And I'll say that in primordial.
You notice the one to the north raises his head slowly with haunched shoulders as he looks up at you to meet your gaze.
What's that room back there with the tables?
Guest's room.
Did you see Umran Jabbar? Did he come through here?
He nods his head
In a yes or a no?
in a yes motion.
He go through that door over there?
He shakes his head no.
Which way did he go? Down?
He points to
This-
the west.
Alright. Do
West
you,
or his west?
I guess this way. So, what's through this door over here?
Barrels. Material for flame.
Alright. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the portal can only be seen or accessed by us.
Probably. That's an idea.
Why don't we try this door here? I mean, we just go
Yeah.
around opening them until something happens.
Did they know where the exit was?
I don't think their exit and my exit or our exit is the same, Kotu.
As you open this door here, Gale, you notice, much like was just told to Leroy, several barrels in this room, some on the lower level, and you even notice a couple that are up on the higher level.
It's just barrels. Or I'm bored.
Well, there's still other ways to go. She says, but no one can see her at the moment.
That's listen at that door.
Line check.
That's that one. Yep.
You don't hear anything.
Where's little dragon person?
Oh, it's still here.
As you open this door, Gale, you notice a very large creature. It seems to be almost floating here as the lower half of its body is a watery tornado. As the door opens, you see it turns its head and its sort of fish-like face locks eyes on you, and it cocks its head ever so slightly.
Hello. We're trying to find our way out.
Leroy, you might need to help with this one.
I don't think he understands common.
Does he look like somebody we should try speaking to, or are we shutting the door and getting away?
He's not attacking us.
He's just standing there looking at me, and he has funny, like a fish face. Excuse me, do you understand? Hello, we're trying. No harm. Just want to leave.
You see the fish face opens its mouth and you hear...
I don't remember that.
Not
in my
blue, blue,
class.
blue, 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 blue.
Someone maybe can speak to this person.
Yep, your mic did not like that.
Did not at all.
I'll look at him and I'll say, in primordial, because that's all I speak that he may be able to understand, I suppose. And I'll say, we're looking for the exit, big glowing portal-looking thing. Have you seen something like that?
I'm looking for my safety, he says in Aquan. Perhaps we can trade.
Safety from who? Or what?
Amrin Jabbar.
Yeah, he seems to be a bad guy.
You have weapons. Maybe you can break this. And you see he motions to this object that you can't really make out from your current position, keeping in mind that there is a set of stairs here that leads up, so you're about 10 feet below him as he is on this elevated platform.
Can I try to make an insight as I'm walking the stairs to him? Does he seem like he's giving me like a uneasy feeling, like deceitful?
You can try, sure, blind check.
I got disadvantage, just exhaustion.
You can't make heads or tails of his current demeanor or body language.
Not my first language. And I'll say, what do you need help with?
And you notice he motions with his hand now towards what appears to be some type of red triangle lying on the ground. And as he points towards it, he then looks back towards you and he says, "This is trapping me here. I wish it to be destroyed."
Okay, what do I just need to whack it a couple times?
He said that would not work, but I am at a loss of what else to try.
Well,
Do any of you know much about magic?
the little one down there.
You see he cocks his head and looks down. Of course, dragon bread. You must know of magic, but all you hear is blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Kurtul, he says, do you know anything about this magical object up here? He wants you to come look. To translate, guys, basically he got trapped here by Umran Jabbar, and he said he can help us if we help him, kind of thing. I don't see why not. I mean, he's speaking Aquan, so I mean that makes me think he's a water-based creature. I don't think he should be here, the plane of fire.
Water is super effective against fire.
That's
Well-
Pokemon.
Ask him why he was trapped here.
While my friend looks that over, why did you get trapped here? Did you not live up to a business deal or something?
Something like that, you may say. It was a deal that was not honored.
On your side or his side?
Of course, his.
So,
What
I
did
guess-
what does the Great Tragorn need to do now?
there's a pyramid thing back here. You gotta go up the stairs and come around, Kurtu.
Oh, okay. There's another one of these red things there. I'm glad it's not glowing for some reason.
Constitution and armor class, please. No, hit points and armor class. If you'll honor that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a minute, sure. More hit points than you, less armor class than you.
Adam, I'm going to try to say hello in Draconic, Goblin, and Undercommon just to see if he understands anything I'm saying.
All you hear in response are bubbles.
All right, but that's okay. So, hi, Mr. Fish Lord. I'd like to come and inspect your red triangle thing.
You notice he raises his head and looks towards you, Leroy, expecting a translation. If you just want to say translate, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll translate.
And you notice he sort of pushes himself up against the wall, kind of wedging here. It looks a bit uncomfortable, but it makes a little area that you can get through.
Adam, I'd like to make a blind check. Can I hero point those?
Sure, you're doing an Arcana check here to see if you can make heads
That's
or
what I
tails
was-
of this object?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was assuming.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and post your hero point, and then post your blind check. So you can determine as you look this up and down and notice how it sort of reacts as he moved and see its reaction to him. This is a binding crystal that is currently attached or attuned to him. Essentially what that means is he cannot move very far away from it, and it suppresses any kind of special powers he may have while he is nearby it. And think of it as sort of like something that pretty much locks him completely down from anything he would try to do here. It's just completely preventing him from any kind of magical or special powers.
Would I have any understanding on how to defeat it?
Typically, the easiest way to destroy these is with a Dispel Magic spell. You can also try to destroy it, but sometimes that has negative consequences in a variety of ways.
So I'm going to tell Leroy that and ask him to translate that to Fish Dude.
I'll translate.
And you notice he sort of nods at this point and says, "That makes sense. Can you help me, great dragonkin?"
He called you great, Kurtu. He wants to know if you can help
He
him.
knows me?
Yeah. He said great dragonkin. That's what he called you.
Oh my gosh, I feel so honored. I mean, maybe I won't call. What's his name? Ask him his name. Be polite.
I'll introduce us and ask him his name.
I am called Olmec.
His name is Olmec.
Oh well, Olmec, nice to meet you. I could try to destroy it. I'm afraid. I just don't know if it's gonna hurt you or not. I can try maybe some cantrips first. Maybe like a psionic cantrip, or maybe I could use fire's my favorite. Right? We can see, but I don't know if those would work.
He looks back to Leroy.
I wasn't trying to cast that, Adam. I was just trying to pull it up.
Yep, no worries.
I'll just tell him that the only way that we can really bust the spell is if we break it, and there may have negative consequences to breaking it.
He pauses for a moment and then nods. At this point, try. I cannot stay here much longer. The heat.
He says the heat is going to kill him. We should at least try to help him. He may come in handy as a friend to get us out of here.
Adam, Mind Sliver looks like obviously it's a mind, right? So I don't think that one would work. And then I'm looking at Firebolt.
Kurtu, I could give it a shot. And then maybe try to smite it, blow it to pieces.
Yeah,
I could try. I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm like,
Okay, would you like me to try Firebolt first?
Yeah, but do you need to stand beside it to do that?
Oh, I don't want to stand right beside it. No, not. This is too close, and I'm afraid for him too. But I mean, he can't go anywhere, so I don't think we have a choice.
I'm just gonna tell him to brace himself.
He nods and looks towards the triangle, and you see him kind of like pull himself together as he tries to be prepared.
Adam, I'm gonna try Firebolt because it does say object.
All right, so you cast Firebolt from there towards the object?
Yes.
Okay. As you do, your Firebolt smacks into this object, and you notice that it immediately explodes out into a fireball at a 30-foot radius. So everybody except for Spectre suddenly is scorched by these flames. I will need a dexterity saving throw from everyone.
We'll all get +2, guys. What was that, Brian? Your mic cut out.
I'm good.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody's mic cut out. Sorry.
I said yes.
Okay, so those of you that failed will suffer 10 points of fire damage. If you succeeded, it will be 5.
Mine would have been an 18, Adam.
Oh, yes, that'll succeed. Yep. So the
Okay,
only one that had failed would be Gale. Okay, with this shattered, you notice he flexes his hands. He obviously was hurt by this, but you notice he flexes his hands for a moment and kind of moves his neck a little bit here and there, and seems to be in a much happier state.
I'll give him a thumbs up. I said, okay.
I will say this. That is the weakest fireball. Thank baby Jesus. Thank you. Yeah.
You notice he sort of moves into a space where he can, be comfortable now and not having to squeeze it all. And you see he stretches once again and looks and he says, "Thank you all. Your help is most appreciated. Thank you, Great Dragonkin."
Do we understand him that time?
No.
Okay.
I'll translate, and then I'll look at him and say, okay, now, to live up to your bargain, do you know how we can get out of here? Have you seen this portal thing?
One moment. And you notice he motions with his hands here, clearly casting a spell. Alright, not hearing anybody say they do anything immediately. After the spell is cast, you see he looks towards you, and as he speaks now, you all understand him. "Portal thing, I do not know what you speak."
I
Yeah.
can hear him. I can understand. He's so powerful. It's nice to meet you.
And you as well. I wish it was under better circumstances. I cannot stay long, but if you'll all gather close, I may be able to help you briefly.
It'd be helpful because we don't like it down here. This Jabbar guy, whatever. Oh, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but he's mean.
Can I make an insight check on that statement?
Sure.
Do I feel like he's actually going to help us?
Hard to say. I mean, you don't even know what kind of creature this is, how they would indicate line, anything. You're not sure.
I wouldn't trust him, and I don't think he's seen me yet, because I think I'm still too far away from the fire. Has he looked in my direction at all at any point?
Oh, now you're making it tough. Give me another blind check to see if you've noticed whether or not he's looked at you. Yes, he has.
So, then, I guess I'll do it, because I don't want to be rude. Go ahead and cast Tidal Wave on us now.
As you gather close, you notice he motions with his hands here, waving them about, and you notice a lot of cold mist and sort of like sea air suddenly surround him, washing over all of you and giving you much comfort from this terrible oppressive heat. Each one of your penalties here is reduced by 2. So I'm going to see if anybody has any penalties.
I have 2, in fact.
Yeah, Spectre.
Okay, so with that effect occurring, you all essentially can think of this as the counter on the heat as we're set back to 0. You guys have gotten refreshed from this cool air and water and this moisture that covers you and sort of saturates your skin. You can even feel sort of like the scent of the sea stuck to your hair and your skin. And with this done, you notice he says, "I must go now. Thank you again."
Do you know the way to where you need to go?
I will use magic to go back to my plane.
So you just disappeared in front of us, like a teleport?
The spell is called a plane shift.
Wow. Well, that is very nice. Thank you for the breath of fresh air and water.
And it was
Well,
very nice to meet you.
and you as well, Dragonkin. Go as heroes. And you see he motions with his hands now very elaborately, and much like he said, he is gone.
I look behind him, see if he left anything.
Hey, a little breath of fresh air, but nothing physical.
He was very nice. I'm glad we helped him. I step on Spectre, not this Spectre. Spectre.
So, Adam, how much of my hour do you believe would be left at this point for Pass Without Trace?
Let's call it, you've probably spent 15 minutes so far, so let's call it 45 minutes.
Should we go where the wizard hid from us?
I think so. It doesn't connect now that we know. Alright, I'm gonna try to get back into my sneaky pose.
Yes, get sneaky.
Hey Adam, this is probably nothing, but it does look like I have a little icon of some sort on my character. I don't think I have anything left, so but I just wanted to
That's-
ask before I removed it.
Yeah, that's exhaustion, so if you have no exhaustion left, feel free to remove that.
Okay, will do. Thanks.
Yep, that's just a reminder for me as I'm looking at it to know that you have the exhaustion rather than having to open each sheet.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, you guys continue making your way down the hallway where you recall being scorched and burned by that fiery creature.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun. Well,
At
it was
least-
fun from a player perspective, but probably not from a character perspective.
The doors I was talking about.
Now look, stop. The lady ran in here, and then this way, and then there's another door. That's the door I was holding.
That's where I saved Gail's life. I'm gonna remember. I mean, he remembers really well.
So, should we go that way or a different way?
Let me see if it's still closed. It's still closed. But we know she's in there, so if we make a bunch of noise by opening these doors, then she'll come by and can bamboozle us from behind.
We don't know she's in there. It's been an hour. She could have gone anywhere. We need to be prepared for anything whenever we open a new door.
But I do understand if we open up other doors, then maybe she'll sneak up behind us or something.
Then why don't we make sure whichever way we're not going is closed?
Which is why I think we should never have an uncleared area behind us, such as this door. If we intend to go there, then we leave an uncleared area behind us.
Just pick a door and open it. We have no idea where we're going.
You open this door, Gale, and notice a narrow opening. As you kind of peek, you can see some kind of table on the south end of the room, and it looks like it has several tools on it. Yes, as you get closer here, you notice several different types of tools. Think of this as screwdriver, wrenches, hammers, all that kind of stuff. They don't look to be made of regular metal, though. There's sort of this like dark, maybe obsidian black kind of metal.
Anything important in there?
Yeah, so I'm going to take them.
Okay. You can certainly do so. This will constitute a set of tinkerer's tools. So you can add that to your sheet. Put, I'll type this into the chat just so it will make sense. Add it like that onto your sheet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to time shutting this door when Gale shuts that door down there.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sheet managing. Okay, so on three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was fun. Okay, I'm gonna listen at this door.
We lost our spectator a while ago.
You hear the sound of humming.
Like a humanoid type or a...
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so there's I hear it's like a humming, like someone is like almost like a song or something. You guys ready? I open door, right?
How far down? What's the layout of this? How far down am I right now?
10 feet.
Okay.
Adam, can I ready a
No.
cantrip as okay?
Cannot ready outside of battle.
Are you sure you want to stand there or scoot back a little?
I open it.
Gale, as you throw open the door, you notice to your north.
We're all just sitting him and haw.
You notice one of these ballista figures here, and you also notice a shape somewhat close by. But that is where we enter our initiative round.
I want to move.
Great rolls there, Gale and myself.
Okay, so as the door is flung open, Spectre, as you're there, you are the quickest to react.
Okay. What's the lighting like in this room?
Right now, it is dim light for you, based on the dim light is being cast from the Sword of Gloom that Gale is wielding. There is no other obvious light sources in this room.
Okay. Can I see light coming from the other room that he just opened, or no?
You're standing against a wall, essentially, since it's 10 feet
Okay.
above, so you're not sure.
Well, if I hear him open the door, I will go 5. My token's locked.
Yeah, there you go.
5, 10, 15, 20. I still don't really see anything, so... But I kind of don't want to, like, rush in. Can I see more of, like, the light emanating on this side now?
You can
From the room?
certainly see
Okay.
some light emanating in there, yes.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And this is also 10 feet up?
Correct.
Alright, I'm going in. 15, 20. Oh, god damn it. I don't close the door.
That's going to be at least 30, I believe, right?
she's gonna be a hero.
I was. Oh God, I don't have vision anymore. I was in the
that's
corner.
30 from there. He's
30?
sitting at, yeah.
Yeah, that's 35. I got you.
Okay.
Can he go diagonal on the stairs?
I mean, that would be pretty challenging. I don't think that's the way that Spectre actually moved.
Okay.
So we're calling this 35?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get to this space, or would I have to go around the wall?
You cannot move through the wall, no.
Okay. Then I have this left, and I'm going to make my 3 Gloomstalker attacks as a Dread Ambusher. So starting with Long Sword.
Alright, as your blade slashes out, you notice he quickly motions with his hand and an arcane barrier appears, deflecting your strike.
Do I think I have like any kind of advantage or anything? Is it too bright where I'm standing?
There is bright light coming off of these areas in the corners. He's casting some bright light from this. Hard to say exactly.
Okay, well that's another shield for him, so I'm going. I got 2 more here. I assume they both miss,
Correct.
And then I will spend a key point on Patient Defense. I should have them back. I didn't update my sheet from that. My sheet didn't get updated from the last short rest, but I should have them back. So, down to 1. Patient Defense.
Alright, you should be able to push that on your sheet. Did we build that in for you, Spectre?
We did.
If not, I just came up with a kind of cool one for a monk in a different campaign. I'll get that over for you next week.
I have Use Key.
That's usually how I build it. Try that.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. All right, so that is your action and your bonus action. Anything else on your turn?
I'm good.
All right, this thing up at the top now is going to fire a bolt towards you, Spectre. Go ahead and give me a defense roll.
Got advantage?
This bolt is going to smack into you, and as it does, you notice that it penetrates into your skin and locks on as there is a rope attached to it that leads back to the creature. You are going to take from that 10 points piercing damage, and you are now attached. A second bolt lances from the creature, no rope attached to this one, as it fires out of its mouth right towards you, Spectre.
You gonna get hit again?
You will indeed. This one dealing another 10 points of damage. Then as a bonus action, he's going to use his reel ability where he reels you in, pulling you to the stairs.
Okay.
Kurtu, your turn.
I see the portal, by the way, guys.
So, Adam, can you describe this for me? When you say creature and things, of course, I'm just seeing it now for the first time, or maybe it's the same type of thing as before. Does it look alive, or does it look? Okay.
The creature that
right.
currently has Spectre lashed with this harpoon with a rope on it clearly looks mechanical.
All right. So I'm gonna go there for which is 15. I'm going to. Sorry, Spectre, doesn't seem to be much I can do for you right now, but I am going to go ahead and cast Mind Sliver on this one.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and post that. And a spell effect roll as well, please. This will indeed seem to affect him as he takes some psychic damage, and then roll your d4.
Whatever.
Okay, your Mind Sliver is effective.
That'll be 15, and then I'm going to move out. And that'll end my turn.
All right, his turn. All right, so he is going to cast a fireball here, positioned to be able to hit Spectre, but not himself, and hit the two of you down below. So I will need dexterity saving throws from the team.
Me as well, wrapped around the corner here? Well, I'm assuming so, yeah.
Yes, because fireball spreads around corners. Okay, so Gale will succeed. Spectre will fail.
Is Spectre within 10 feet of me?
No.
I can't see through the door. Okay, then no.
Kurtu is, so Kurtu will succeed, and then Leroy will fail.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so 34 damage to Leroy and Spectre, and then 17 to the other two. After casting the spell, he's going to move.
Get this thing off me.
It is then Leroy's turn.
Alright, Leroy will interact with object, open the door. That's the length of his movement, really. Actually, Adam, can I say I went here for 15 behind Spectre? Because I want to grapple her, and I think I would need to be back behind her, right?
Unfortunately, no,
I'm
since you
scared.
already moved to the west. Yeah, you already seen what you've seen from the benefits of that, so you'll have to remain there.
Oh, okay.
Pulling me away is not gonna do anything.
Right, so just as a visual, there's literally a harpoon stuck into Spectre's shoulder attached to a rope that goes back into the mouth of this mechanical creature.
Can
Okay.
you cut the rope?
If that's a question for me, I'll say maybe.
Yeah, I guess I could try, but it's gonna be like a overarching blow. But I definitely don't want her to die. So yeah, Adam, I'll take a swing with my Dragon Slayer longsword at the rope.
So I don't
or
think you'd
chain.
be able to reach it from there because Spectres are literally right next to the creature. So there's very little slack between the creature and Spectre at the moment. You would need to be within 5 feet of the creature and 5 feet of Spectre.
Okay. How about I do this? Bonus action, I put this on Spectre.
Okay.
That's my last. So Spectre is now sanctuaried, and then I'm going to bonus action dash and see if I can catch it. Oh shit, it's longer than I thought it was. That's literally what he says out loud.
Before Gale's turn, you all can hear the sound of mechanical movement. And you notice, Leroy, as another mechanical creature suddenly appears at the end here. As it turns its little wheels your direction, it fires off a harpoon first towards you. Defense roll. Striking into you. Dealing 8 points of piercing damage, and you are now attached by this harpoon, and then fires off a second shot towards you. This one you manage to evade. And then we are to Gale's turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
cut me loose.
Yeah. I'll move 10.
And now again, just keep in mind the visual right now, right? So this is 10 feet higher than this is. Spectre's
Right.
on the stairs, and this is all the way at the top. So right now there is a harpoon sticking like this into Spectre. So if you were to move here and try to swing at it, you would have a chance, but it certainly would essentially be a difficult shot, if you want to think of it that way.
I can share space to attack, and then as long as I have enough movement to leave that space, that should be fine, right?
You can, but you've considered squeezing, so your attacks would be at disadvantage.
Well, okay. Can I do an athletic check to climb up that
You can
10
certainly
feet?
attempt that. Yeah, it's not particularly difficult as long as you have a free hand. Meaning you'll have to make a check, but it's not a real high DC.
I don't have a free hand. I have a shield and a sword.
That's going to make it quite challenging to try to climb then.
Okay. Well then, shoot. I mean, I have to interact with object to sheath the sword, climb up.
Unless you just
And-
drop it.
Yeah.
Do you have
Oh,
a secondary weapon?
Can I throw it up? I could probably toss it 10 feet up.
That would be more like an action to try to toss it accurately.
Okay.
Okay, but it would be challenging for me to climb with the sword in hand. I could see. Would it be impossibly challenging?
You would essentially need a free hand. I mean, if you want to try to somehow use your shield hand, I would say the DC goes up pretty significantly.
Oh, why can't I? Just a thought. Why can't I get my pointer? Why can't I just move there and then? Oh, I can't go. You won't let. Yeah, diagonal. That wouldn't make sense.
Right, because that's not level ground. You'd have to either move through the enemy space
Yeah.
or move through the open ground.
Huh. All right. So, what is this? I see. Okay, I'm looking now. What am I? You said it would be hard to hit the the rope from here.
Yes, essentially, I would grant it the benefits of cover.
I'm gonna do that. I think I'll do that. So 10, 15, 20 to there. I'm gonna take my attacks at the rope.
Okay, striking the rope. Sure, yeah, go ahead and give me an attack roll. That will connect. You notice that the necrotic damage doesn't seem to do anything to the rope, but the rope is definitely frayed. You've cut part of it, but it's not solidly cut. It looks like it's just hanging on by a thread. That will connect and slice Spectre free.
Okay. Now, why are you attached to this thing?
It shot me.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Actions done. I am going to... bonus action face step. I want to go there. And
Okay. I was just thinking, wait a minute, if you had that, why didn't you do that first place?
yeah, I know. Well, because you look at it and you're like, oh.
Right, you remember everything you
yeah,
can
there you
do
go.
after the fact. Sure.
Yep, I have shower thoughts all the time.
Okay.
About
All right, so now these are ranged attacks, so it might move. But hey, whatever. Okay. That's my action, bonus action.
All right, guys, we are at the top of the round. We're about halfway through our session here, so let us go ahead and pause here, guys, for our 15-minute break.
Hey, Adam, I'm going to send you a quick message.
Sure thing. I'll read it right when I get back in 2 minutes. See everybody in
Sounds
15.
15.
Okay, folks, we are in the second half of our session in the Bottomless Dungeon. The group is in the midst of battle. We'll pick right up where we left off. Spectre. Oh, do we have Spectre?
Sorry, I was muted. Really not enjoying this position.
What? No longer connected to the construct.
Yeah. Leroy did sanctuary me as well, so I probably should not attack this turn. No longer connected. I think I have to disengage. So action disengage, and then I will try to break line of sight on this thing. 5, 10, 15, 20. $25, $30. Actually, can I say I spend my key point to disengage?
Sure. Yep, you can do that. Go ahead and burn that.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to interact with object, stow my weapons, and then I'm going to action light a torch so that Kurtu can see me.
Okay.
You got anything? You said you had juice left. She says to Kurtu.
Spells, yeah.
I need to get back in the fight, but I don't have much stamina left. Can you do anything about that? And that's probably the end of my turn because it's been about 6 seconds.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gale, you notice the little wheels turn as they face right towards you and point blank melee attack you twice. I will need 2 defensive rolls, please.
Okay, now let's see.
It was a great wheel noise, by the way.
Thanks, appreciate that. I put a lot of time into my sound effects. That one you definitely evade there, Gale.
Okay, now when a creature misses you with a melee attack, you may use your reaction to expend 1 superior dice and melee weapon against that creature. If you hit, add it to the roll.
Sounds like repost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be your reaction. You should be able to do that. I don't see an attack roll there. There we go. Yes, that will connect. So I'm adding your 2 on top of your 13 and 22, 24.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the blade slashes out, connects with the construct, wounds the construct as it very quickly fires off a second time at you with a melee strike. Yes, you managed to evade this one as well. And we move to Kurtu.
Adam, I just sent you a couple things. I'm not sure what's a fit. I'm like fast typing, trying to look things up.
That's the challenge with that spell, to be honest with you. There's like a billion options, and trying to figure out which one is best is always going to be a big challenge. I mean,
I had some saved. I had some saved on my sheet, but none of them are working for this.
I know. That's a lot of times how it boils down. Let me see if I can give you any quick ideas. Yeah, I think your best bet is going to be something like giant scorpion. That's size large, which would allow it to, when it needs to, squeeze through a 5-foot area. CR3.
Solution for you.
You have a what now?
I'm gonna cast a great spell on you. Don't worry about it. It's wonderful.
Do it.
I'm casting polymorph. What you don't know is you're gonna turn into a giant scorpion.
I do not resist the spell.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to give you access to this. And are you going to back up as you cast this, Kurtu, or to let the scorpion just appear on top of you?
Oh, I'm backing up because I want to try to do something else too. So,
all right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to place Spectre just off map. Right here is sufficient, so we don't lose her in the turn order. Spectre now controls the giant scorpion. And let's just see.
I don't have vision at the moment.
You should have vision.
I have vision of Spectre in the void, but I do not have scorpion vision.
I can see out of the scorpion's eyes, but it's not particularly good. You know, this creature has blind sight, which doesn't let you see just like normal things, but allows you. So yeah, let me just give you a 60. I think that'll be the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have vision for it too, Adam.
You
I think...
do, yep. So I'm going to fix that real quick because I wanted to make this easy and give the character to everybody, but I'm going to remove that now. Okay.
I wonder
A pony.
Now we should be good. Can you see out of the giant scorpion's token, Jordan?
Yes.
And just confirming nobody else can, right?
Not here, no.
Perfect. Okay, so you stepped back 5 feet, Kurtu. You cast your polymorph. Go ahead and burn that slot. Okay, you are now concentrating on polymorph, and yes, you notice Spectre transforms into the shape of a giant scorpion.
A horse eating me later. Okay.
I'm gonna come up here. All right, I don't see what I wanted to see, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna quicken a spell just to do it. And Adam, I'm going to use a hero point as well. And I'm going to cast Firebolt on this thing.
All right, we will add 5 to your chance to hit. Yes, that will certainly hit. Your Firebolt scorches the construct, burning it badly on its wooden parts.
And that'll end my turn.
All right, Leroy, your turn.
Alright. I'm still harpooned. Can I make extra? I can make an extra attack against a different enemy, right? Like I can do 2 different attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can I try to first swipe at the rope that's connecting me to this harpoon?
Yes.
Okay, here it goes.
That will connect. Damaging the rope badly. It is quite frayed, but still attached.
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and take my second attack on.
That will also hit, and yes, that will sever the connection.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to actually just move back into this corner here. I don't have much movement, but that'll do me.
All right, you hear the sound of mechanical gears moving as the creature rolls on in. As it gets to here and notices that you are right there, Leroy, it is going to attack you twice with melee strikes. Two defense rolls, please. The first one you managed to evade, and the second one as we move to Gale.
Okay, now I am going to bonus action second wind. I hit the button.
Okay, 17 back. Good roll.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, now I am going to attack this guy.
Oof, that is going to be a fumble-aya. Let's see it. Okay, so till the end of your next turn, attacks against you have advantage.
That's just awesome, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to just that creature, right? Yo, all enemies.
All enemies.
Okay, second attack.
Will miss.
Oh, great. Okay. That's a attack, bonus action. I'm gonna stay there, do my job. End my turn.
All right, Spectre Scorpion.
Okay, remind me. I have the mental stats of the creature I turned into, but I still remember my companions, right?
Yes, mechanically, I would say as long as you don't try to do anything super complex as far as strategy goes, you're fine. But yes, you do have a 1 intelligence, so your tactics should be very basic.
I would like to walk up and eat Kurtu.
I think that would be appropriate, yeah.
It would be appropriate, but
I don't think so.
so skitter. And how does a creature this size movement work? If I go here, is this 5?
Correct.
Even though I'm occupying 2 spaces? Okay. 10, skitter. I don't know what just happened. I'm stuck.
You're moving through 2 doorways, so count that as a squeeze. So 5,
Okay.
10, and then, let's see, that would be 25 to get you there.
There's a giant scorpion about to attack. Get ready, Leroy.
What the fuck?
30.
Like
Can
the
I?
Asian.
I'm like an arachnid. Can I kind of like get up onto these stairs, or what? How's this gonna work?
You don't have a climb speed, but yeah, I mean, you could be partially on the stairs and partially off at your size. That'd be no problem.
Okay. So I will come here, and then I will make attacks out at the wounded one.
Okay.
So, do I have?
You have the sheet on the right-hand side
Okay.
under the polymorph section. Just go ahead and click your attacks there.
So I get 3 attacks, 2 with the claws and 1 with its sting. So here
Yes.
come the claws. I clicked it and nothing is happening. Oh, there it goes.
So the first claw slashes out towards the creature, but does not penetrate its armor.
Second attack. It's really not liking this. It's lagging a bunch.
And I assume you're just putting your cursor on the word claw on the sheet and clicking?
There we go. Yeah. It's
That
just
one?
taking.
Yeah, that's weird. That one will connect.
Okay, and I click the claw name in the chat now.
Correct.
Okay, so nice roll. 1d8. So the target is grappled. And now I'm going to, but not restrained. Well, I'm still going to try to sting the same one.
Okay. Once again, the stinger slashes out, hitting into some of the metal of the creature, does not penetrate its defenses.
That's all I got.
Leroy, I think it tried to attack me and it hit the thing.
Noticing that you are a bit off balance here, or perhaps just because you were its last target, this creature is going to melee you twice here, Gale, and you have disadvantage on your defense rolls. First one connects for 18 points of piercing damage
Wow.
as this bolt launches out of its mouth at high speed right into your shoulder.
Doesn't have disadvantage with the spear?
No,
Ooh.
these are actually considered melee attacks, believe it or not. That second one is also going to connect
Oh!
for 20 points of piercing damage as these two bolts smash into you very quickly, and you notice this construction is very elaborate as it's able to fire rapidly, and even as you're right next to it, these are more like jabs, so imagine it coming out at high pace and you hear like these cranks and wheels as it comes back and then it shoots out again. Kurtu.
Well, I want to turn you into a scorpion too, but I don't have that much juice left.
Adam, when I shot this thing here, did it seem to take full damage?
It did.
And if I use Quicken Spell, I can firebolt twice, correct?
Correct.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
All right, let's see him.
And I'm going to hero point both of them.
Okay, burning the wad. I like it. All right, let's see.
It's only because my friend is there.
I figured this was because you saved all your resources to this last battle, right?
Yes, that's what's more like.
What it really is I was hoping to twin spell something later, but that just never came about, you know. So, all right. So first hero point.
Okay, we'll add 4 to this one. That will hit thanks to the hero point. Wounding the creature.
All right, I'm clicking on more buttons.
And now, just as an FYI, normally I would apply cover here, but because it is elevated and the scorpion is low to the ground, that's why I'm not applying cover.
Thank you. And because I was told earlier that I was like a Dragoran Lord or something like that, I think I heard.
That sounds made up.
Yeah, it was. But I don't remember what the fish guy called me, but that's what I'm going with anyway.
Oh, right. Yeah, that
You know?
definitely is why, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another
Okay.
4 added to it.
Yeah, and then
Now you just need a crit, and you'll be in good shape.
yeah, and I'm going to use up. I don't have any. I'll have 1 sorcery point left after this. Let me push that button.
That's saying 0 left after this one.
I'll take a look at it in just a second.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and post that second attack. That'll clearly hit, yes. Almost a crit. Wounding the creature again as it is burning in multiple places in the metal of its body, very hot, but it is still operable.
Yeah, and being the hero I am, I'll move way out of the way.
Makes sense. I would
Roll.
expect nothing less.
In my turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, and that did bring me down to 0, Adam, so I'm good.
Okay. So, Scorpion, thanks to your blind sight, you can see this as a firebolt flashes towards you from the west. Now,
You fire bolt?
I fire bolt. And
Okay.
I am going to apply cover to this, again, because you're low to the ground and it is firing through an enemy. So, defense roll, please.
How do I do that with the scorpion?
You should just click on the token and choose defense roll. Should work.
Let's find out. No character was found. Oh, that's bad.
Okay, so it looks like that didn't work. Let me see real quick. Oh, actually, I know why that is. Hang on one sec. Because that is set as... Yeah, let me just do this a different way real quick.
Well, the good news, that's his first cantrip of the campaign.
Okay, let's see. Try that one more time, please, Jordan. I think it'll work now.
That's gonna hit me.
Okay, that will work. So, just FYI, everybody can see the Scorpion sheet, but I've limited it. Only you can edit and control so that it nobody should get the vision, but all those rolls will work properly. And yes.
Okay, what is this 1d20 plus 11 minus 10? I don't know what that means.
That's just the formula for defense rolls. So essentially, you minus out your armor class. So it's adding your armor class and then minusing 10. So of course, Scorpions aren't known for having great AC.
That's 15 armor class. I don't think that makes a difference.
Oh yes, you're right, because that's using the PC value. So just do this. Roll me a d20. Or I'll just take your d20 from there. So you roll a 6.
Yeah.
We would add 15 minus, so it's plus 5, so that's an 11.
Still
Then
gonna
a
hit me.
cover bonus, I'd call that 13. But yes, he is still going to hit that. Okay, so Scorpion, you will take 14 points of fire from that.
I don't see the health bar, but I did update it.
Oh, I saw it. It looks like a good little chunk.
Yeah, it's weird, that bug. Everybody else sees it, but the person that does it. Leroy, your turn.
Okay. Well,
And remind
And
me,
the
you're still
spirit-
connected to the harpoon, right?
no, I cut it off last time and then ran away, and then I blocked both of his melee attacks.
Okay, so just as a reminder for both you and Gale, you've cut the rope, but the harpoon is actually still embedded in your body, just FYI.
Completely correct, yes.
All right, sorry about
Okay,
that. Your turn.
No, you're fine. In the spirit of smoke 'em if you got 'em, I am going to use my harness divine power to use my last channel divinity and get a level 2 spell slot pack.
Okay.
And as an action, I am going to. Well, if I try to move away, I'm gonna get smacked. So let's just take 2 attacks on the mechanism in front of me, Adam.
Okay. That will connect. And that will
Ooh.
critically hit.
There's a very good smite option.
Indubitably. That's the damage for the first one, Adam, and then right on cue there with the peanut gallery, I am gonna take that level 2 for my smite. I'm
He's
hoping
like, that was my opportunity to look like I figured it all out on my own.
I know how to play a paladin. So is this crit? Is it a slashing and then I do a radiant as well, or what am I rolling for the critical?
So the general rule is whatever is the most damage, that's what you roll the crit. So obviously if you're doing radiant here, it becomes a radiant crit.
Okay, so I'll do a radiant crit and I'll roll the damage.
Okay, so this is a normal strike, and the creature's frightened until the end of its next turn. So go ahead and post damage, and then post your, I think it's 4d8, so it's not a real crit, it's just normal damage. So you should have that smite, pardon me, that smite macro that we created for you.
I do, yes. Here we go. But it only allows me to do 2d8, so you want me to just click it twice?
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it should prompt you for how much you want.
Yeah.
No, it didn't prompt me. It just did the damage.
Are you clicking a macro, or are you clicking something on your character sheet?
Clicking the macro that's there, right? Am I missing something in my attacks?
Probably, yeah. So if you go over to your macro section, the bulleted list icon, you should find a macro called Divine-Smite. And that is the one I was telling you about. Yeah, that I shared this with you to make it easier for you for smiting. So as long as you click that as in bar, it should give you a Divine Smite button at the bottom. And I think even for you, I added it as a token action, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, either way, as long as you can locate that.
Is that it?
Yeah, that looks. Wait, so 68? Is that right? I don't think that's right. What level
It
did
said
you
it
burn?
was. I did a second level, and then it asked if it was a crit. So that was.
Okay, so that's technically not a crit because you rolled the normal damage. So I will just
Gotcha.
take the. So second level. So this is 3d8 then.
Yeah. Here, you want to just re-roll?
Nope, I'll just take the first three dice. So that's 9 points of radiant damage plus the slashing damage that you already did.
Yep.
Thing is beefy.
All right, so you slash. Your blade lights up with radiant energy as you strike into it, wounding it.
That's that's all I got.
All right, and in response, it is going to try to stab at you with its melee bolt here. The first one does indeed connect, hitting you for 20 points of piercing damage.
Oof. Yeah, I'm done.
As you drop to the ground, it spins and stabs out at the giant scorpion. Just roll a d20 for me on that one, Jordan. And we'll just add 5 to it. Okay, so that is going to definitely hit. As it stabs into the scorpion for 15 points of piercing damage. And we move to Gale's turn.
All right, first attack at the guy next to me.
That'll connect. Slashing and wounding the creature.
All right, second attack. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to try to trip it. Ugh.
All right.
Yay!
You rolled a 1. Let me just check here real quick. Surprisingly, this creature is not immune to being prone. Okay, so give me a... Did we build in... Oh, actually, I think we already... I thought we built this in for you. Do you have the ability to roll an effect roll on this? If not, just give me a strength or dex save, your choice.
I think we were doing that.
Okay, so your effect is a 16. Yes, you do indeed manage to knock it prone.
All right, second attack's then with advantage.
So as you slash into it, knock it a bit off of its bearing here. You have advantage on this attack, but unfortunately, you roll a 5 and a 1 and do not connect.
All right, that's a good time for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go again. Oh, God.
That one is at advantage, but will still miss.
Yes. Man, our rolls are terrible. I can't do anything else.
You have one more attack, right? Because you action surge?
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You get both your attacks. Oh my goodness. Whew,
At
thank goodness.
advantage, you will hit. And that'll be enough to destroy this one as its wheels come off and it spins sort of around on the ground.
Before I move, they're not large, obviously, but are they tall? Can I hit him from upstairs if I were to move to here, for example?
Not no. So from where you're standing, if you had a reach weapon, sure, but like with just a regular melee weapon, you'd have to be on your belly, like swinging downwards.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move and do the tanky thing. I'm gonna 5, 10. Oh, actually, he's in melee, so it's
Correct.
gonna be.
Yep. So even though he's large, he is engaged, so moving through the space would be difficult terrain.
So and then I can't get there because it'd be 10, 20, 30, and yeah. Well, maybe. Shoot.
You have the ability to shoot?
Now, do I have the ability to? I've already moved, so I'm not gonna move him back. But if I were to be there, what's the chances of me jumping over him to there very heroically in a D&D campaign?
Pretty easily. I mean, it's only a 10-foot jump, so unless your strength is really bad.
No. Okay,
yeah,
good. Then
that'd be pretty easy.
I'll move there, and hopefully he'll turn his ire towards me.
So you're basically trying to land on top of Leroy without landing on top of Leroy.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15 to there, and then I think I could jump to the ground, right?
Yeah, so remind me, what is your strength score?
18.
Yeah, yep, you can do that pretty easily. So it's only a 10-foot drop. You're doing this intentionally. You're prepared and all that. So, yep, you jump there, no problem.
All right, let me take this little annoying red arrow off of me.
At the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn, yeah. So I think that's pretty much my end of my heroics here.
All right, next up is Scorpion.
Scorpion is a scorpion with 1 intelligence, so the scorpion's gonna turn on the target that it sees and make its attacks. Make its attacks.
That'll miss. Miss. Sting will connect. And hit it for some damage that you don't realize, but Gale, you realize this poison doesn't seem to do anything to the construct. The piercing
I feel like
it, though.
the damage rolls are... Oh, never mind. I see it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you're just not rolling too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Burn, Adam.
He's like, this can't be possible. There's no... Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Scorpion is wounded, though, so it's just gonna skitter down 1 space, still staying engaged with this thing after stabbing at it. It's looking for its retreat. That's all I got.
Okay, that one is destroyed, so we move to Kurtu's turn.
All right, so I see just this guy here, right? Okay. I'm gonna just. Would he have cover right now? With
He would, because he's on equal footing as the Scorpion, not elevated.
Dude, I'm 1, 2, 3. Would he be considered? Would Jordan be considered engaged?
He is, yes.
Okay, so I won't be able to. Would I? I can't. Well. All right, I'm gonna try to hit him anyway, Adam, even with the cover.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that'll certainly do it.
I'd like to crit on that, please.
I'd like you to roll 1 more higher. All right, Firebolt smacks into the creature and wounds it.
All right, I'm gonna go down there so I at least have a little bit of cover, and I will end my turn.
All right. You will hear some movement from your west there, Gale, but that is it. Leroy, GM death save, please. Okay, we will move to the creature's turn. It is going to... Oh, who is it going to strike? 1 is Gale, 2 is Scorpion. 1 on each. Okay, so Gale, you first. Defense roll as it bolt smashes out at you for 20 points piercing. Scorpion, D20, please. Critically hits the Scorpion. Ouch.
Well, what are you guys all planning on playing for Rise of Tiamat?
Go ahead and roll me a piercing crit against yourself, please, Jordan. Okay, so not a crit. Normal damage, and the creature is bleeding. Okay, so that's 13 damage. That's going to knock our Scorpion out with 10 points carryover to Spectre.
Yep.
Now, Spectre, one of the nice things with a large creature is you get to choose any of these 4 spaces you'd like to appear in as you reform.
I'm gonna appear over here.
Okay, good choice. And then you're going to take extra 10 HP off. I'm going to remove that little icon from you. And you are now bleeding, so I'm going to add that. Okay, so let's see. Take 1d4 piercing at the start of each of your turns until you use an action to staunch the wound. So that is both of the creature's attacks, and we move to Gale's turn.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, you're good.
I'm vexed because I have a good berry. But if I get hit one more time, I'm down on the ground too. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move here. Action Goodberry to Leroy.
All right, so you fumble with a good berry and stuff it in Leroy's mouth, who restores 1 HP. Leroy, you become conscious, but another level of exhaustion now. At 1 HP, that was your action to feed the good berry there, Gale.
Yep. I got nothing left. No bonus, nothing.
A little bit of generous even with the handling here, right? Sort of shield in hand, but then you managed to get a berry out. But okay, sure.
Yeah, I did. I did notice that. So credit to you, Adam.
Did the Goodberry have to have a saving throw because of it being in his pocket with all the damage?
That's
he's
a
been
good
taking?
point. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it's been
it probably was
squished.
very juiced by now.
You guys forget it was blood. It wasn't a berry.
Oh, that's right. It's a bloodberry.
You mostly just ate wet pocket lint.
Right, there you go.
Huh. I can't attack. If I move...
Remember, you've used your action to feed the berry.
Yeah, so if I move, the opportunity attack... I don't think he's... Yeah, he still has a reaction. Wait. Yeah. And Leroy's there, and I'm going down. Okay, well, I'm going to stay there and be a tank. Roll up next character.
All right, you'll roll good defense.
Okay, Spectre, at the start of your turn, D4, please, as your wound bleeds.
That's a D5.
We'll take it. No. Reroll a D4.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
That's a little better. Now I want to see a 1. Well, I'm definitely going to die this round if I don't use my action to staunch the bleeding, so that's what I have to do.
Okay, action to staunch. The bleeding stops.
Good luck, Gale. I gotta pop around the corner, and what happens to my weapons and stuff when I'm in scorpion form?
They just merge into your body, so when you pop back out, they'd be wherever they were before you merged.
Okay, so I'm still holding a torch, I guess.
Yeah.
So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20. And can I interact with objects, like throw the torch as far as I can?
That's an action. You can drop it as just a free action, but throwing it would be an action.
I would like to drop it down this ledge, down 10 feet to the bottom.
That works.
Yep. And then I'll pop back into this corner and hopefully in dim enough light in here to not be seen. I use my action to staunch. Interact with object to draw. I got nothing.
Okay, next up is Kurtu.
All right, Adam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my... I am going to I'm going to use my last spell. It's going to be a level 3 magic missile.
Okay. Level 3, so that times 3, 4, 5, so 10 points of force damage as it smashes into the creature.
Yeah, it didn't do exactly what I thought it would, hopefully, but
I figured as much.
I was like, man, okay, let me see. But no, my fire would have done more. All right, so then I'm going to, that'll be there. I'm not concentrating anymore, so I'll come over here. I come up here and I go,
Neener, 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 you stupid blah blah blah, can't hit me. Ha ha, I'm a dracorn, ha.
But of course, the intelligent spellcaster ignores that and steps to here and shoots a spell at Gale. Gale, defensive roll, please. Gale, as the firebolt singes through the air, you manage to evade it. Leroy, currently prone on the ground, 1 HP. What would you like to do?
All right, Leroy is gonna stand up.
All right, spending 5 feet of movement.
Dynamic turn so far. First action.
roll saving throw on standing.
Please,
First.
quite that.
Yeah. Okay. First action. Shove on Gale.
So you're trying to shove Gale to the east?
Yep.
Gale, do you resist?
I would be surprised that Leroy would lay hands on me, so I would not resist. I'd be like, what?
Okay, so that's one of your attacks.
Then I'm gonna step to where he was, and kind of, like very haggard, like Goku after 37 episodes of training, and he's gonna swing his axe as hard as he can, or his sword at the mortar thing.
Okay. You will fumble. Go ahead.
I rolled that private, but it was definitely a fun.
It sure was.
Are
Melee
you rolling
fumble,
to
please.
DM?
He accidentally did. All right, you lunge past enemy you were attacking. He's able to use a reaction to perform an attack of opportunity. Woo! All right, defensive roll here, Gale, as the creature strikes back at you. Okay.
Or me.
I'm
Not
sorry,
Gale,
not
right?
Gale. Yes, Leroy. This creature does strike back at you, but you're prepared in time and are able to evade that strike.
And it's used its reaction, so now you can run.
Well, he's got 5 feet of movement left, so he's not getting very far, but he could, yeah.
Yeah, but if I do that, then Gale's gonna try to do something heroic. So Leroy's gonna stand there like a paladin and hope that he's got the AC to handle it.
He says as if we find out if he has the AC to handle it. So yes, defense roll as it stabs out at you with a lancing bolt. You evade it, and a second time.
Nice.
Gale's turn.
Okay. Now, I will move 10, 15, and I will attack.
Okay. You
There we go.
critically hit the creature. So again, your primary damage type is probably mostly necrotic at this point. So I'll say it's your option. You can either roll a slashing crit or a necrotic crit.
I think I'll go slashing. Thank you for
Okay.
the option.
Okay, so that's a true crit. Go ahead and post it, and we will take all those damage. So 19 and 14 would be 33 points of damage. Plus 2,
Jesus.
35. You slash into the creature, damaging it badly as the necrotic energy burns through the creature.
Okay, second attack.
Also hits. Destroying the creature as the
Ugh.
blade slashes through it, and it is undone.
There's just one more left. This person with fire.
The one we've been trying to kill for 2.5 sessions.
Okay. Taking a look at turn order. I'm cheating at him.
That's okay.
At this point, we know the turn order.
Maybe Gertrude could take a hit or two. I don't know.
For once.
Yeah, for
Kidding.
once, maybe you stand in corridor while I
was
try to
hit
save.
once.
He's trying. He taunted them.
I encouraged the metal beast to attack me.
Okay. Done of actions, no bonus action. I have movement. I have 15 left. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay, Spectre, your turn.
I'm looking through my sheet. I probably can't get to him this turn from where I'm at. But it is dark, so it's gonna be hard for him to target me. So I'm gonna start moving. 5 to Adam, will you tell me when I start entering like bright light?
Okay.
15, 20.
Or about to enter bright light.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Not quite. I'm staying here. And I will. It's gonna be a difficult shot, I think, but can I? No, I think I would have to use. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm just getting ready to run at him next turn. I sure hope he doesn't have another fireball.
Kurtu.
All right, Adam, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to ready a Mind Sliver, so if I see it, I'll shoot it once I see it. And also, as a reminder, I think it still has that -1 from the last time I hit it.
No, that ends after one round. That's been gone for a couple rounds.
Oh, well, I'll just get lucky then.
There you go.
All right, so I'll just ready Mind Sliver.
Okay, from down the hallway, you hear, "This is clearly a stalemate. You go your way, I'll go mine. Deal?"
Can I try to insight it?
Our way is that way, kind of.
"Don't attack me as I go the other way, and we'll call it a draw."
I think we take this deal, boys.
So what I will say, Kurtu, is you don't spot him. Maybe you notice a little bit of flames coming from like the top of his head, but you don't see his head.
Guys, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it does. Let's hope he's telling the truth, though.
Okay, it sounds good. Don't
Can
try
anyone
to
try to insight him, or is
bamboozle
he
us.
too?
You're pretty sure he did not wait to hear anything more than that because you heard like movement. But Leroy, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna hands up, but still have my sword in hand, you know, and I'm gonna make my way. That's way more movement than I got, I think.
Unless you dash.
No, I'm a dodge.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. Sorry, I would be here. Yep.
Gale.
So 5, 10, 15. I'm going to sheath my sword, and I'd like to grapple Leroy.
Okay, that's your action.
And I'm going to move him now, maybe one more square I can get. So he was 15 to there, so that would be 25.
Yep.
I can't go in 5 increments, right? So
Right, unless you let him go and move your last 5 on your own.
no, I just have Leroy by the arm, like I'm helping him along, and my weapon is sheathed, so I will take that off, and I will end my turn.
Okay, so the dim light goes away as we move to Spectre's turn.
Okay, question. Was this guy? We've been fighting him for 2 sessions now.
Sure.
When we were fighting him, was he radiating bright light? Like, if he walked by me, would he see me?
You do not recall him radiating any kind of light. Like, from the flames on his head, it was so minuscule that it wouldn't be any kind of mechanical light.
Okay. Then I don't trust lining up like this against a spellcaster, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go pop into this dark corner over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait for him to pass. And then if he passes, I'm not going to do any aggressive action against him.
Okay.
But I'll have my hands up in case he like lights a torch for some reason and sees me not come in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have my hands up, but I am going to take the dodge action as well.
All right. Kurtu. This is a 10-foot drop from where you are right now, Kurtu, down to the main level.
All right.
I shove him.
Jealousy. All right, I'm gonna take the dash action. I'm guessing that I'm on the if I went to dash to get here, Adam.
That would be remaining on the upper level.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna yell to the group.
I think he went down a door down south.
Okay, Leroy. So at this point, in a matter of time, is there anybody doing anything other than heading to that northwest room?
I'm waiting for his ass to leave and like close the door behind him, or at least get out of line of sight before I move anywhere. But
Based on what you're seeing so far,
based on
Spectre,
what
that's
I understand,
exactly what you think he's going to do, yep.
okay.
So if
Then when he
nobody-
does that, I will rejoin the group.
Okay, so just for a matter of time, I will assume that has occurred then. He has passed through, closed the door, and gone on to who knows where, and we are out of combat.
I will drag Leroy to here, next
I
to
don't-
me.
I'm not an old man. I got it.
Stuck
You
on the
need
door.
help. It's okay to find help.
There we go.
You're literally bleeding. I'm fine.
Can we just get out of here?
Yes, just
Oops.
ease yourself down. Here, jump into my loving arms, Leroy. Come here. Come on, jump down.
No.
Leroy. Leroy,
No.
come here. Jump down,
No.
Leroy.
It's a safe enough drop if we're careful, right?
Correct.
I do it.
So I forgot. Do we just jump in portal?
Yeah, let's fucking
I
go.
don't think it's
This place
glowing,
sucks.
but yeah.
All right, as each of you steps in, you feel that very strange sensation as you are whisked away. Everything around you switches and meshes, and everything is very hard to see. And suddenly,
Ah.
you open this large, heavy wooden door as you exit back into the lobby of the Bottomless Dungeon, where you see, much as you would expect, your companion or friend, perhaps, or maybe just acquaintance, Alexander.
Guy we know.
Guy you know. Yes, that's probably the most appropriate.
Yeah,
He just sort of
That one
turns and looks
sucked.
as you're coming out and gives you that perfunctory nod.
Alexander and Winky, we're not doing so good today.
yeah, you think you might let us take that relaxation room again, maybe?
Everything has a cost. As long as you're willing to pay for it, then I see no reason why not.
I will pay.
What's the cost for it?
You notice he looks down at some paperwork real quick as he looks back up towards you. 50 gold pieces for the night.
Done. Here you go.
Have you
Thank you.
seen a gnome lately? We had a friend that was a gnome, and he was in one of the other rooms, and, you know, he's gone now. We were hoping maybe he may have come up and taken a room, too.
You did not enter with a gnome. What do you mean?
Yeah, we made a friend. Kind of like you made a Winky friend, you know?
You mean that you created him with magic?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that at all. I just mean that we had a friend that was down there. We found some other people. They became friends of ours, you know, friends. And, so yeah, we'd like to try to find him again.
Is it
Oh.
even possible to meet another adventurer in the Bottomless Dungeon?
You notice he sort of steeples his fingers for a moment. I'm afraid to tell you that everything in the Bottomless Dungeon is created. It is not real. If you met someone there, did not bring them out with you, well, they are still there then.
Curious. Well, he was a figment of our imaginations. We've done everything we can. Let's go take a nap.
What, hold on. So we met more people there, and they just disappeared. So they said they were there I'm confused then. There must have been another way to get into the bottomless dungeon than just through your fancy door.
You notice he shakes his head. No, you see, you are entering into, I suppose you could call them scenarios. These are events that have occurred in the past. So when you visit the bottomless dungeon, you are seeing a facsimile of something that has occurred at some time before. Everything inside is simulation. This is why the items that you bring out, I've told you already, they are not effective unless you have me add a bit of magic to make them real. There has been a time or two where an individual has exited from the bottomless dungeon, but their life is very short unless they are converted into a real individual through magic.
How much does that cost?
It can be quite pricey depending on the power of the individual, but for a gnome, probably not too much.
Yeah, probably like a copper piece. I know. They're small. I mean, a little bit smaller than me, of course.
So, yeah, can we go take that nap now? That sounds great.
He takes your 50 gold pieces, and with a couple of wiggles of his fingers, you notice the coins all go into that chest, much like they did before. And then he motions with his index finger and points, and as before, you notice the spot on the ground just pops open, and the ladder just starts growing as you can hear the sound of it lengthening, stretching down below.
Yeah, this time we didn't get any items, really, from that area, but you know what? I don't think I care today. Nope.
Notice
we
he
did not
once
die.
again looks back at the paperwork that he has in front of him. Ah, I see you were in the sealed heart. Would you like to know what it was that you did not find?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do, because let's just say that, yeah, it was horrible.
Well, at a high level, I can see here you missed about 30,000 gold pieces, wand of fireballs, a magical cape. That seems to be about the significance of it.
Mm.
Not the buck you
Fireballs.
guys were
Oh
looking
my
for, so this is
gosh.
it's all good. Let's go sleep.
But we didn't lose anybody this time other than our gnome friend. Who
This
never
is-
existed.
Sorry.
Real.
No, you're misunderstanding. He was real at one point in time. You see, whatever you saw, it's as if you can imagine that when somebody enters or a group enters an area, if time froze right at that moment and you were to swap the participants of that group with a different group, everything that happens inside may change exactly what occurs based on the decisions of the individuals. But everybody inside is real from the fact that they existed and these things happened at some point in time. But right now, what you have seen is simply simulation.
But let me ask a question, right? So, the simulation stuff. So, if we came across another group in there and we know that, the simulation stuff, so if we slayed them and stole all their items and everything, that wouldn't be bad because they're already dead because it's in time, right? I'm just
That
asking.
sounds like
I'm
a
asking for a
moral
friend.
question. It's hard to answer that for others, but I can tell you that they will feel pain at the time that you injure them, but the moment that you exit, no, it is all undone.
We got
No.
unlimited video game cruelty potential. Can we go to sleep now?
Unlimited hit points.
I just had to ask him. We're learning.
Alright, guys, so it sounds like you make your way down to the room of relaxation.
Well, before we go down, what weapons did you say, the hippo men had?
I don't know if you scoped them out too well. You notice these strange metallic contraptions at their sides.
Can I ask him if he knew what those were and what the people were, since it was a simulation and he knew about it? Can I ask him for details about those creatures and what they were?
He nods and he says, yes, now that you have exited, I can tell you whatever it is you'd like to know from inside. All the details magically are transcribed here on the volume.
In his notes.
You'd like to know which weapons? Well, those creatures are known as gifts. They are known to have very strong heads and charge forth with them. They use weapons such as swords, muskets, and pistols.
Well, then who is this Welby person? Warmcloak.
You see he traces his finger once again. It seems as though this was an individual who was under some type of magical compulsion by the one known as Tamala. She had claimed him in a visit to the Feywild and used him as a very advisable, significantly experienced and intelligent advisor.
That wasn't him. Nope.
Just kidding.
Are
Easy.
you sure? Are
Well-
you sure that you have the right person? I'm gonna turn my head like I'm reading the notes. Are you sure that will be?
Notes say here that he was quite excellent with magic, particularly those that transfer people from one place to another.
Oh yes, he did do that. He did do that.
He was
Remember
very
that.
he
useful.
So who's this Tamala person? And she was shopping for weapons, I think, or something.
Tracing his finger once again, he chuckles. This Tamala was in fact a Medusa. I'm surprised that you were not affected by this. Oh, wait, I see here. She wears a veil. Yes, of course.
But what was her business there?
She is what you may think of as an arms dealer. She was trying to purchase equipment for her faction, and she was doing so from the Sealed Heart.
Now, could you maybe ask him to take a look at your friendly sword there and see if maybe it causes you to be, well, caffeine deprived or anything? You're not yourself.
I think that's just how he is.
If you have not noticed, my dark blue eyes and my demeanor is pretty much a racial aspect. I tried to explain that earlier, but I guess you have too much fire wax in your ears.
I just, no, either that or you're just really not nice sometimes. So, okay, I didn't know that was just you. You be you. I thought maybe there was an excuse, but there isn't. Okay, cool.
Our fearless leader is race blind. You should take it as a compliment.
Well, I see. Okay. Well, all right. Now that we saw a fish person. Look in your book for that fish person who talked in bubbles.
He's talking about Olmec.
Olmec, he was great.
Ah, yes, Olmec. He is a wider genie.
And
What was he doing there?
Very good question.
He was captured by the one known as Amrun Jabbar, seemingly as part of some type of negotiations.
That's what he said. See, he was telling the truth.
Yeah, there was somebody there.
Well, it doesn't sound like we missed the box or anything, so maybe we rest and go back to the next place, or what?
He taps on the parchment. That is correct. The box was not in this layer, I'm afraid.
Alrighty, see?
Actually, I'm glad.
Alright, well, we're gonna go to sleep. Look, last time I was in there, your sheets wanted to not stay on the bed. Can you fix that? There's something I can say, maybe, to make them stop being so weird?
What do you mean? Our sheets are magically enchanted to try to be as helpful as possible.
Yeah, but if I don't set an alarm for my own sheets, I don't know why they move. If someone else sets an alarm, that's a flaw in the magical process.
I wanted you to wake up.
You notice he
That's
turns his
probably
hand a little bit and says, not everything is within my control, of course. Some things, and you notice his eyes kind of glance over towards Spectre for just the hair's brief of a second, have minds of their own, and even I must follow them.
Alright, well, before we go down there, is there any notes from visitors? Is anything we need to know about?
If you're
Are we sharing the
curious-
room?
No, the room is yours alone, but if you are curious, another party has arrived but not too long ago. Spoke about entering the Bottomless Dungeon themselves. It seems as though you all may have some kind of competition for this box.
Wonderful.
Great.
We'll deal with that in the morning. As I hold my fucking bleeding ribs or whatever.
Alright, you guys make your way down to the room of relaxation?
Try not to slip.
I got dibs on the bath. First bath, that's mine.
You climb down this elaborate ladder and get back down to the bottom, where you notice this very large, elaborate room, much as you left it. In fact, it looks like it's all been fully cleaned and reattired. Anything that you would have taken would be essentially reset at this point. So as a reminder, there's this large sort of open lobby area where there is a living room, and then there are 6 different bedrooms, each branch off, that look representative of what you see on the screen now. The table, the dining room table, which is on the other side from the living room, looks completely bare at the moment, but you will recall that if you sit at the table and essentially just ask for a particular type of food, it is generated by the magic of the table.
Wonderful. You take first bath. I take food. I would like, please sit down. Please, thank you. A full plate of sourdough bread, plus some pork, some pork off the bone, and then some okra.
And as you sit properly, like you know to do now, Gale, and ask for these things, you notice with slight pops of as though the air is disrupted, plates appearing one after the other with exactly what you have requested.
Oh, and some Sam Adams, please.
That is literally what I'm drinking right now. That's crazy.
That's awesome.
I'm just surprised that it understands not so very uncommon common like Gale speaks. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, so obviously you know this room is relaxing, of course, and you can spend your time in here as you wish. Is there anything in particular anybody would like to accomplish other than refueling, recharging, getting a long rest, and preparing themselves for the next day?
Yeah, I just have a great time, great sleep, great bath. So
Yeah, I think, maybe at a different point, Leroy has some things that he wants to ask, especially with his divine sense going off and triggering in there, but he's near death and he almost died multiple times. So he's just ready to go to sleep.
All right, so as you guys eat, maybe spend some time binding wounds and just relaxing and trying to unwind everything in your heads, the stressful day that you've had. You each find sleep to be very comfortable as the beds once again magically transform to do everything they need for your comfort. The pillows fluff themselves, the blankets pull back, your clothes as you sort of just sit by are all nicely knitted up and cleaned and put into nice piles right on the edge. Your boots just kind of trail off, sit right underneath those chairs or benches right at the base of the beds. The lights are sort of just really low candlelight, and as you're getting ready to sleep, you notice them wink out one after another. Altogether, it's a very restful and relaxing experience, and each of you sleeps through into the morning.
Hey, Adam, without reading the DM notes on the home rule, do we get all our hero points back or half?
Yes, you get all of your hero points back when you take a long rest.
Can I try to do an additional con save to reduce my exhaustion more?
No, because that's only as part of a short rest. So long rest, you automatically lose 1 level, but you would need to spend a short rest to take additional levels off.
Yeah, I think I need to go ahead and do a short rest in addition to my long rest. So like in the morning, I'll take an additional hour, maybe praying, and I'll use that time to switch up my spells and stuff.
Okay.
Is there any reason? I guess we are kind of on a time limit if we have competition. What's to stop us from just?
Oh, they may all die. Mm-hmm. They could all die.
I'm moving at half speed, so either we wait the hour and I can potentially move at full speed, or
I think he's suggesting maybe taking another full day. Is that what you were suggesting?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
So it's up to you guys. Of course, the room of relaxation would cost you another 50 gold pieces, so it is based on the charge per night. So if you wish to do that, you could. And as already mentioned, are you on a timeline? Hard to say.
Yeah,
the likelihood that they find the box immediately is pretty low. I think.
Yeah, if you guys want to stay another night, I could pay for it.
That's fine, but if we're going to do that, I want to do a short rest in between those 2 long rests, Adam. I'll do both of mine.
Okay,
if that's the case.
You absolutely can do that, sure. So just get agreement from the group. Everybody wants to spend another day outside of the Bottomless Dungeon, recuperating and essentially just relaxing all day?
Sure doesn't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, so you can take 2. Okay, so reduce your exhaustion by 1 for the long rest, 2 for the short rest. And then you guys end up sleeping through another night. So if for some reason you had another level would drop off. So it's now been 2 days since you guys exited. Because you didn't need the benefits of a long rest, but you took a night in the room of relaxation anyway, all of you guys can be awarded with inspiration.
Thank you. Yes.
Very good.
That's Adam going, yeah, you guys are going to need it.
Then I'm going, God, you fucked up so hard.
No, it's 50 gold
I
tonight,
gotta
man.
throw
It's got to
you
do
a bone.
something kind of cool, right?
And you guys leveled 9 now.
Not that, unfortunately. Actually, I was looking through and I was like, how long has it been since they've been level 7? And it's only been like 3 or 4 sessions, so you're really
Yeah,
close, but
yeah.
not quite there.
Yeah, I looked it up yesterday or whatever.
So I will get up and say, "Good morning, everybody. Feeling good today? Feels good. It's a good day today."
Oh, good, he's back.
Oh, I like him.
I miss the old one.
What? Today we conquer and we go back into the bottomless dungeon. We find the Fanboozle and we bring it back. I feel it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good. May I please have 6 eggs over easy with another loaf of sourdough bread, please? Thank you. Oh, and some bacon. Thank you.
And once again, with little pops in the air, each of those items appear on plates in front of you.
That's funny.
All right, guys. So you guys have had your quite a long bit of rest here. You've got relaxation, worked your muscles out. Everything is in quite good shape as you guys, I presume, exit the room of relaxation on day 2. Fully
Well, hang
restored.
on, we should have a discussion first.
Sure.
We were very much not prepared for that. Is there anything you guys can think of if we're doing this still that we can do to be better for the next time? You've
Well,
done
I
it twice
think-
now.
Well, I think we should be more talk more. Maybe get on the same page quicker, and then stick to plan. Maybe that's what I think. And Kurtu, you're the leader, so what do you think?
Just going to suggest that since I did a great job last time, I brought all of our people back, right? That doesn't always happen, but under my leadership, we all lived. That was great. But if somebody else wants to be leader next time, that's okay too. I'm okay with that.
Here's a toast to Kurtu, and your boldness will lead us to triumph.
Stay with us forever, gal. Alrighty. Well, I think we need to get healing potions too, because I'm out of them. And, I had a dream last night. I had a dream about Welby, but, that's okay. That's all he was. He was just a figment of our imagination, and so it's okay.
Are you sure you don't want to elaborate on that?
Not a crazy dream. I'm just saying he was a good friend of ours. But then again, I've had a lot of good friends over the last, ever since, and some of them aren't with us anymore, so I'm kind of used to it now. Mm-hmm. It started with a bunny.
So, what are your thoughts, Leroy? Just chomping on them. Maybe 4 more eggs, please.
Leroy seems to still be in his room, prepping and preparing.
Oh, he must be in there praying. So
Rituals. Yeah, rituals. I think I'm going to try to just cast a higher, stronger fire. I think that'll solve a lot of it. Mm-hmm.
How much money are you guys working with?
I have 520 gold pieces.
800 and, some change kind of stuff. So, but I think the potions are going to cost, like, if I buy 2, I think that's going to be like 200 gold pieces. But that's okay. It's worth keeping.
I have 10. Gold.
I've got 850.
Oh, he's up.
Well, I don't mind sharing, except so I can buy some healing potions for us. So I will tell you what, I will buy me a healing potions, Inspector, because you look like a wonderful scorpion. I buy you a healing potion too.
You're willing to share? Wow, that's
How
very
kind
generous.
of you.
That's what leaders do. That's what good leaders do. Right?
Leroy, there's breakfast. Hurry up.
I mean, I hate to impose, but I have my good berries that heal in a pinch. What I really need is some kind of magical augmentation to stop hitting like such a wet noodle. I was noticing I was doing more damage to myself than those other.
We can ask. Maybe he's got a. What kind of weapon? Well, we can ask and see what he's got, and maybe if we can put all of our resources together, maybe we can get you a magical weapon for down there.
I wouldn't ask you to do that. It's probably prohibitively expensive. I wonder if he can enchant one of my own for less than that.
I can do that. And Leroy kind of walks into the room. He now finally presents himself. I was thinking about that. Wet noodle. That's a good one. I was thinking very similar, like a dusty pack of ramen.
Okay,
But
I get it.
I took a spell.
I'm
I took
working
a
with
spell.
starting equipment. It's not my fault.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. Creepy specter of the wind and night, whatever it was. I can't even remember. But look, I've got a spell I can do. Yeah, it basically for an hour. I can give your weapon a magical bonus.
But isn't that concentration?
No, yeah, it
Okay.
is. Yeah, it is. Never mind. But I mean, whatever. I don't really need to concentrate for my other stuff. Like smacking super hard.
Yeah, but the problem is that sometimes, let's just face it, you may. I don't want to. You may not.
You get hit a lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're a sponge. And so maybe let's just find out if maybe there's something we can get for Spectre. So the wet noodle stuff, I mean, solve that. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm gonna need more time to pray.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want food first?
I'll come in and I'll just pick up whatever was on his plate and just walk back to my room.
That's good.
You have stolen eggs.
Are we
Yep.
able to use this opportunity to like refill our water skins and all that kind of stuff?
You can, yes. The room of relaxation provides.
May I please have a bowl of ramen?
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like
what
a
I'd be
brand
asking.
name, so it doesn't appear. No, yeah, anything you wish for, as long as it's food and doesn't have any kind of special effects, indeed appears for you.
Try Hero's Feast.
Yeah, of all the things you could ask for, ramen noodles. There you go. Next, you're going to say gruel.
I need to find a pair of platinum rings.
For what?
I have another spell I can do. Why are you so worried about my business, Spectre? Damn.
Well, we need to know each other's capabilities if we're going to work together. I thought the whole point of communicating was to, make sure that doesn't
Saw him
happen.
hit kind of hard with some nice magic stuff a couple times. A couple of those swings are nice.
No, didn't we establish I'm said sponge? That's what I do, yeah?
You do fall down a lot.
Yeah, well, I also absorb a lot of attacks and saved a couple of you. I don't even know why I saved Welby now. His stupid ass, he was already near...
And I was surprised. I mean, I don't know why, but I was kind of surprised a couple of times you didn't turn into stone to try to protect yourself from some blows. But,
I ran out of those. I ran out of literally everything in my... I had 0 resources.
So what about these platinum rings? We should probably find some. Look under the cushion. Sometimes visitors, they leave stuff in cushions.
Yeah, not copper pieces. I need real platinum. I got it. I'm gonna ask Alexander. I'm sure he's got something. It's just a material component for a spell. I can basically create a bond between me and somebody else. And whenever I can activate it, so to speak, with those 2 rings and give somebody bonus protection. I also took another spell for bonus protection, so maybe I don't get hit as much, but either way, I'm more prepared for fighting this time.
Good. So am I.
I'm glad you're not gloomy anymore.
I was gloomy. What do you talk about?
Yesterday you was, well, I guess day before yesterday you was so down. It's like somebody knocked your ice cream off its cone.
Oh, I
Oh,
kind of liked it.
Yeah, no wonder. Spectre of the midnight wind.
Whispering
Whatever.
wind.
I was closer this time.
Well, don't worry about yesterday. We move forward. Today we're in boldness, and we will do great things.
Yeah, yesterday didn't happen.
Yes, forget it.
2 days ago, actually. But, whatever.
I also took another spell. I don't know if it's gonna work, because, Bottomless Dungeon is weird. But I talked about divination. Well, I forgot that I have a divination ability I can use to locate specific objects.
Like the Fanboozle.
Well, I don't know why you call it that, but yes.
Like the card on chest or something like that. I don't remember the exact phrase.
I mean, I had to know, a little bit about the object, which we do. We've been looking for it. And now that we have a little bit of competition, maybe, it only for 10 minutes, it will tell me the direction. But maybe we can at least figure out if it's on this level, and we could just hightail it out of there. If not, get to the next one quickly.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, I can feel that we are ready to continue with the Bottomless Dungeon. That's exciting.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Oh, yes. Yes. The optimism is infectious, is it not?
No.
So we get some healing potions, and then maybe a new sword, or maybe some arrows, maybe some silvered arrows, or silver sword.
Yeah, I do kind of need arrows. I have 1 left. I thought about recovering them, but I was shooting things that are literally made of fire and lava, so I didn't think it was wise. The wooden arrows probably wouldn't have survived that.
You haven't thought of making your arrows out of non-flammable material?
Oh yeah, let me just get on that with all my crafting abilities. Look, they pay me to kill people, not become an artisan.
Sounds good, Whispering Wind.
Thank you.
You
got it
know,
right that
speaking
time.
of Tinkerer stuff, I found this stuff, remember? And I put it on the table. Tinkerer's tools, I think. I'd have no use for them.
Yeah, well, maybe they're of importance to Alexander,
Or
Oh,
potentially a mysterious stranger we might meet at the top of the stairs right before the session ends.
Well, let me go get my bag. I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna walk over to Spectre and try to put my hand on her shoulder.
I allow it. What?
Don't worry. Don't worry. Today will be a great day. I can
Who's
feel it.
worried?
Well, maybe you wanted to protect yourself or do more damage. We'll fix all that and we'll have a great day.
Glad you're accommodating. I'm not used to it, but tell you what, you do this for me, you get my shares until we're square. Got it?
Whoa. What do I do for you? What?
Well, she produces her coin pouch. I don't think 10 gold is gonna cut enchantment.
Oh yes. No, we are one family where we fight together, and even our leader who says that he's willing to, or he would consider sharing, I take my gold pouch and I put it in your hands. It's yours. Take all my gold.
I don't know if I like Super Happy Gale. Can we get in the middle?
What?
Look, you're either I want to die, or everybody gets love.
Oh, this is not love. This is we need to fight. So we put all our gold together. I just gave you. I have 0 gold on my character sheet. There, Spectre. You have 530 now on yours.
Let's go down and
Uh,
spend some gold and see what happens.
Yes, let's go shopping.
Yeah, words I never really say in real life. Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like the group would like to exit the room of relaxation and head back to the Bottomless Dungeon shop.
Yeah, let's see what he's got.
Boom. All right. You climb back the ladder. Notice the ladder grows up behind you. The floor seals once again and find yourself in the lobby here with the shop, noticing Alexander ever present.
So tell me, what kind of services do you offer here? Do you just sell stuff, or are you able to enchant things as well?
I have some enchanting capabilities. What did you have in mind?
So I'll draw my longsword, which is a glorious 1,000 folded steel katana anime shit. Can you
Animation.
can you make it so that this is effective against monster resistance? Mundane blades were not working out down there.
You notice he looks at the blade and kind of strokes at his chin hair here and says, "This is a special blade. I think I may have essence of Catgirl around here somewhere. Let me see." And you see he kind of pushes around and opening drawers. Ah, yes, here it is. I could make the blade magical. I understand it has no other properties, simply being able to bypass resistances, but still quite appropriate. I could do so for 200 gold pieces. Keeping in mind that this will only work in the Bottomless Dungeon.
Wait, is that considered a longsword that you have?
Yes.
I have a longsword that I'm no longer using. That it says on my character sheet, Longsword Magic Bottomless Dungeon, I think. Because didn't I get one already?
I rely on you guys to keep your sheets updated,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah,
But-
I have it.
But the problem with that is, monk. In order to use it with my dexterity, it has to be a monk weapon, and the only way to make it a monk weapon is to spend a short rest making it my dedicated weapon. So I need. So this one that I currently have is my dedicated weapon.
Okay.
So.
Well, what about if because now I have this scary sword. Can I trade this longsword of magic Bottomless Dungeon and then to you, and then maybe as payment?
Well, hang on. So your sword is magical already outside the Bottomless Dungeon.
No, this was specifically for the Bottomless Dungeon.
Bottomless Dungeon. Okay. Is there a way to make it permanent for more fee?
Is this
Alexander,
a question you're asking of
To
Alexander?
whom I am speaking?
Of course.
Yes.
You see he will look and he'll say, "If the blade was found in the Bottomless Dungeon, then yes, I possess the ability to make it magical outside of here. If it was found elsewhere, though, unfortunately, I can't do much."
How much would it cost to make the Bottomless Dungeon blade permanently magical?
So remind me one more time, you may have just said this, Brian, but this is a blade you found in the Bottomless Dungeon that was magical?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you had two.
I
remember.
had two.
Yeah, because one was the
Oh, wait,
plume,
wait.
but you had one from before.
Yeah, so you asked Alexander to make a weapon magical
Yes.
for you. So you said,
Yes.
"Can you?" And he said yes, but only in the Bottomless Dungeon. So he looks it over.
Okay.
So he can, but again, this is because so in this case, it'll be fine. It's essentially it's more expensive, but it's 2 applications of the same kind of magic. So roll a D6 Spectre. He will create this into a permanent magical item that is effective outside of the Bottomless Dungeon for an additional 200 gold pieces. Keep in mind, this is not a plus or anything. It's just it overcomes resistances.
And we're speaking about Gale's blade.
Correct. Gale's blade that is already Bottomless Dungeon magical only.
What do you think we should do, guys?
I think you should use this.
Yeah, you might as well.
Did take short rest somewhere like around the corner or something.
Let's see.
Now, do you
I
use
don't wanna
two
waste-
weapons? I can't remember.
I do, but I can only have one dedicated weapon. So
Okay. Well,
what
but
I
I,
could do
yeah.
is I could have him make. No, I can't because they existed outside the bottomless dungeon.
Right, but a short sword, for an example, is
Yeah.
I think a monk weapon or something.
It is. Yeah.
Right.
I have a short sword in my offhand.
So what I'm saying is you could maybe do a I don't know if this works for you mechanically, right? I'm just saying maybe we make a short sword for you and then you have a long sword if that helps you at all.
What do you
I
mean?
don't know
Make
if
a
it-
short sword.
He's
So
saying
I
you
think
would
what he-
take Brian's magical long sword for the bottomless dungeon only, and then take a short sword, make it magically for the bottomless dungeon only, and then both blades are magical for a cheaper cost.
But that's, I mean, whatever works best for, I just want your character for, I mean, if it costs 200 gold because that's the weapon you want to use, I'm okay with paying the 200 gold. I'm just saying I just want it to work for you, you know?
Don't you attack? I mean, this is I get what you're going with the longsword, but you attack with your bow a lot, right?
Only because those monsters exploded. My fighting style is supposed to be up
Yep.
close. But I realized pretty quickly that burning to death in melee was not that the build I built just happened to be about the worst possible one for that specific level of.
I think Kurtu's was, he's like pure fire, and you guys went into a fireplace.
Yeah,
but every level is
was
going to be a
just
little
thinking the same
different.
thing. I was like, dang, fire, magic missile.
Normally, I favor my twin swords. I guess they're not twin. Well, not identical twins, but you know what I mean.
So, so I think the economical thing was you just take my sword, and you fix up your short sword.
Yeah, but then I would have to, at some point during a short rest, swap out the
Your dedicated.
swap out my
sword.
dedicated weapon thing.
Yep. I think
Yeah,
that's doable.
let's do that. Let's enchant my short sword, and then at the first opportunity, I don't want to do the short rest now because I might need the fucking hit points, based on everything that's happened so far. But I will use a non-magical longsword and a magical short sword until that point, and then we can.
Okay.
We can move the dedicated weapon to the one that Gale has.
So spend the 200 gold pieces to make a short sword, now magical, bottomless dungeon only. Make sure that's written on your sheet properly, and deduct that gold from whoever's loaning you that gold or giving you that gold.
Gale already gave me 500. Is this also 200?
It is, yep. So you can use the same price for that. And then just quick FYI, in case we forget this, in display, make sure you guys update to show your true amount of short rest. Everybody should be maxed out at the moment.
And why not? Just because I don't want to forget, can you put longsword magic BD on your character sheet there, Jordan?
Longsword magic BD. Got it.
Okay, I'll take it off then.
Yeah.
All right, and so since Gale donated the coins for the short sword, I can donate more for healing potions. Who needs them?
I have none, and I seem to be standing a lot, so I might need 2, please.
You
Well-
notice as you're looking across the counter that the items that are behind here on the various shelves are all different than they were previously. So as you're kind of speaking up, you notice Alexander just kind of starts speaking. Yes, I have a couple of potions of healing as well as one of superior healing. What are you interested in?
I don't know if we can afford the real good stuff, but what are your prices for healing potions?
50 gold pieces. It only works inside the bottomless dungeon, unless of course you pay extra to make it permanent.
How many healing potions do you have that will work down there?
I have 2 at the moment.
I take both of them.
Alright, you can add 2 potion of healing BD only to your sheet.
I give one to Gale and one to Spectre. So they can add them.
I'm sorry, what
Thank you.
size potion? I was doing character sheets stuff.
Yeah, it's just just the standard one right now anyway. And Adam,
And how much for your even more delicious potion of healing, the spectacular one you said?
You notice he looks at some paper here. So this is a superior healing potion that's going to be rare. So I will ask you, Kurtu, to roll me 2d10.
Roll low like you always do, Phil.
I crit twice in a row yesterday on my first Pathfinder too. They were looking at me going, "Man, we're lucky to have you. You're all great."
They don't know.
They
don't
don't
know.
know, right?
Yeah, I was like, "Thanks for thinking that." I told them.
As this is a rare item, but it is consumable, it would be 6,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that's wonderful. You can keep that one. We may be back for it some other week. I don't know.
No, we didn't want all of them, just one of them.
Yeah, we didn't want to own your shop. Just how much for one potion?
Superior healing potions are quite effective and, of course, quite expensive.
We're good.
Alexander, do you have... Well, have you heard of the spell Warding Bond? I need 2 platinum rings, worth about 50 gold pieces. You have anything like that?
Yes, of course. I have spell components, items, and such. And you see he kind of opens drawers, and after a moment, you see he sets out 2 platinum rings, and he will sell them to you for exactly that price.
I'll give him 100 gold for it.
He takes it.
And do you have, you got anything other than, healing potions? You got a potion of, like invisibility or super sneaky. I don't know how potions. Alchemy's not my thing.
My other potions at the moment are a potion of hill giant strength, a potion of mind reading, and a potion of water breathing.
Water
That's
breathing
good.
would be important. Although,
Huh.
it's only for one person. If we end up in the ocean, most of us are gonna drown.
Yeah, but if I'm the person who drinks it, I can save you all. If I get to you in time, at least.
Well, I can swim. Not
Well,
well.
he could have saved us. He could have cast that portal thing. That was cool.
How much for the potions there? What are the
Which
prices?
one are you interested in?
Why don't you just give me the price of all 3?
Okay, potion of hill giant strength is uncommon. Roll me a d6. He'll sell you that for 200 gold. Let's see, potion of mind reading, 2d10. He'll sell that to you for 4,500 gold. Potion of water breathing, 1d6. He'll sell that to you for 100 gold.
We
Again,
want that.
stipulation that all of these only work in the Bottomless Dungeon.
That's okay, we're gonna be here a while by the sound. I think we should take the water breathing one at minimum.
What?
We don't want to run into a situation where...
Yeah, but I kind of want the one for hill giant strength. I mean, that would be awesome. I would hit people so hard.
Well, we're one big happy family. Unless anyone can think of anything else they'd like to buy.
I got a lot of cha-ching-a-ling in my pocket I could buy for myself.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask you. I'm sorry, but we're still trying to find a nice cloak for our fearless leader Kurtu. Do you have any cool cloaks in?
I'm afraid I do not have any cloaks in stock at the moment.
I don't want to find one.
Yeah, but he's a dragon. So what about jewelry? You got any rings or necklaces?
No, I have some armor, a wand, a weapon, a cube, a drift globe, a helm. No jewelry, though, I'm afraid.
Ooh, drift globe. That sounds cool.
It helps light the way for things that are in the dark.
Well, I think I kind of want that hill giant strength. I don't know. I mean, the water breathing is cool, but it would only work on one person. So
I have an idea for myself. You can do whatever you want with your money. Juggling weapons while trying to cast spells is a pain in the ass. Do you have I've heard of something. The player knows what it is, but I'm not sure I would know what it is. I probably know what it is. Some kind of gemstone that I could put in a weapon to make it a spellcasting focus. Something like a Ruby of the War Mage or something like that.
I'm afraid I don't have that at the moment. I do have a Wand of the War Mage.
Well, shit. That's fine. I'll pass. Is it a wand with a pointy end? Can I stab someone with it?
Unfortunately, is not.
Well.
I'm gonna buy that hill giant potion at him.
Okay, yep, just make sure to put that BD after it so we remember in case you still have it after all the BD stuff.
When does your stock replenish?
Every time you exit the Bottomless Dungeon, there is a chance for this cycle.
Having a chance.
Yes, it doesn't happen automatically, but more often than not.
Almost Diablo rules. Got it.
So, also I found these tools, and I don't know what they are. Maybe you have interest in them?
And you lay them out on the counter here?
Yes.
He looks them over and nods slowly and he says, Scoridium. This metal is made from high-temperature metals found on the plane of fire. They stand up really well to high temperatures and are quite useful for working on items that need such things, such as hellfire machines and the such. I could purchase them for you if you like. I could give you 100 gold pieces.
Maybe you should hold on to them until we get to Phandalin. That might be them. That might be cool for people.
Yeah, from what I heard, dragons use fire, so we might need those.
Oh, okay, I will put them in my pocket.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry. Do you just have regular arrows? Or do I
Yes,
need
of
to go to the
course.
tavern?
No, I have arrows, yes. You see he motions with his finger, and one of those drawers on the side opens, and you see a bunch of arrows just fly up in the air, floating in front of him. How many quivers would you like?
How many quivers can I carry?
It's 20 arrows in a quiver. I think I forget the weight on a quiver, but if you look up quiver in the SRD, it should give you a weight, and then as long as you're under your weight limit, you're good to go.
So we're not gonna, like, be anal about where they are on my body or anything.
There's
They
20
weigh
in a
what?
quiver, and I assume between each battle, you're basically filling your active quiver back up. So as long as you're not in some kind of battle that lasts, say, 10 plus rounds, where you're firing twice every round, it's very unlikely to ever come up.
Okay, so I could technically use one quiver and then just have, like, a bunch of arrows
Yes,
somewhere. And I could just buy 60 arrows.
you can. Yep.
Okay. SRD prices?
Yep.
20 was not enough. I should have thought about that before.
No, they can go pretty quick.
Oh, well, it's the 3 attacks that took me by surprise. I was like,
Right.
how am I at
Dread
1
amateur.
after 2 battles? Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. So I know we're a little over time here. Is there any other shopping you guys would like to do before we wrap up this session and prep us for next week?
Just for fun, Adam, how much is that wand of the war made?
D6. 300 gold.
Alright, I'll buy it. I don't know what it does, but I'll buy it for Kurt too.
All right, so Wand of the War Mage, he would tell you what this does. You have to attune to it. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. But while holding the wand, you get a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Boom. There you go, Kurt. Take that.
Make sure to add BD at the end of it, as usual.
This is very nice of you. Thank you.
And it's Wand of the Magi.
Wand of the War Mage. Looking for that upgrade there, Bill.
Hey, I'm just asking, right? You know, cloak of everything, right?
All right,
Okay, I
guys.
think I'm done.
Any last minute shopping before we wrap up for tonight? Okay. We will then call it a session, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Yeah, very interesting end there, unfortunately, for Welby. Welby, your rolls to like detect things there, the blind checks, it was like pretty bad. I'll send it to you because I was shocked at how low some of those rolls were. But yes, unfortunately, it was only a DC 12 to recognize stepping through was going to be very bad news. But yeah, sometimes that's how the skill checks work. So hope everybody really enjoyed the session, and of course we will pick up again next week as the group is getting prepared to enter into the next layer of the Bottomless Dungeon. Who knows what this one may be? Dun dun dun. Good night, everybody.
Good
All right,
night.
thanks. Good night.
Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
Good session,
Have a
Good
good
night,
everybody.
one.
everybody.